The lights that shine in darkness aren't always visible under the sun. Beware the tales told by the fire's keepers. Those who control the light often hide their own shadows.
Hey, close the door, close the door, close the door.
I just want this in.
Now everybody out there listening knows there's odd things that go down in this city. Things that go bump in the night. People going missing without a trace and dark magics. But I gotta say, when things get hairy, I'm really glad we got them.
Alright, I think we're live?
I think we are.
I think we're live.
Yay, we're live!
Sorry, late, technical difficulties, and also discussing movies.
Yes, this is what we do. But hi, I am Neysa Does Cosplay. I am your DM today. There are things on my dice thingy. Anyway, we are picking up with Tears of Kairos. Just real quick around the table, we've got Fil'verl the Astrolf, we've got Arten the Leonin, we've got Tal'gor the lizard folk who looks like a giant marine iguana, and we've got Zhonya who is a fire genasi. Their beautiful pictures are here. Good call. Oh, minis! The babies! We need the babies! But yes, we're just going to do a really quick recap and then jump right back in where we left off. So, you guys had made it, had completed your job escorting the caravan through the swamp. Some things had happened, big crazy things. Y'all decided to follow the leads further into the mountains. You made it up in the mountains to the sole destination at the end of the road, which is the monastery at Raven's Claw. This is basically a giant volcano that's been hollowed out and the caldera turned into a massive library and residential space for the scholar monks that live here, who were very upset at y'all's unannounced arrival upon their doorstep. There were some argument and battle of wills that went down, and eventually it was kind of, things got mellowed out. Y'all spent the night as a show of faith that y'all could behave. the next morning you were given the opportunity to actually meet with the reason for secrecy that you had been told you would not be allowed to meet with before. And as it so happens, the reason that everything was so hush-hush and secrety was the individual that the monks are trying to hide is a fallen star that has been transmogrified and infused with Phinos' own power and essence. This fallen star now goes by Zazanak. Looks like Phinos' avatar that Tal'gor had seen in the mirror at the altar in Stonescar Pass. Is a 8.5 foot tall, fiery-headed, starry-eyed, pale being, wings with their original, star essence as a gem in their chest. And accompanying this star, accompanying Zaz, were two former priests of Phinos and an adventurer who you all recognized as having been on a wanted poster. They are Taya and Roland, two native Israelans, and then Triss, who is a tiefling warrior-esque woman. Through the little bit of discussion y'all were able to get through before we had to end last time, you've basically been led to the conclusion that Phinos, one way or the other, ain't gonna stop doing what he doing. It's his doings that is causing a massive upheaval in the power structures of Zrael, which in turn is causing the instability that's allowing shadows to basically roam and cause destruction and chaos. So the conclusion that you all drew, and which we ended with, which I'm still reeling about, was we have to go tell his dad what he's doing.
Alright, we gotta snitch.
So that is literally where we left off, with you four plus Zorina, the blinky blink dog, basically in a are we adjusting lights again?
Yeah.
Is that too dark for y'all?
No.
No, it looks better on stream though.
Alright.
That's fine.
Cool beans.
And my character sheet lights up the salt, so.
Fair enough.
He has that new high-fangled fancy dandy
So
flash
much.
You said
sheet.
we could research. I'd like to,
Yes.
if I could, I'd like to research what I heard in that vision. It says go west, answers lie in the west. So I'm gonna look for like Trons or Phinos or whatever.
All right, we'll get back to that. I had asked before we got on stream if there was anything people wanted to maybe search for.
Sorry.
Okay, it's fine. But yeah, y'all are still in conference with.
Okay. I didn't know if it had ended or not.
No, not quite. We just kind of had to leave off mid-conversation. So this gave y'all time to kind of stew on that for the last week, so we can come back, and if there's anything else that y'all need to talk over while you're here, then you have that opportunity.
Alright, so Star, that's semi-sun god. Criminals. Gonna ask, in agreement we don't snitch on them.
Oh, absolutely no.
Well, we kind of signed a contract. So.
I'm pretty sure we burst into flames.
And in that,
You burst into flames.
Yeah. No.
don't you
Tal'gor's
think?
just sitting there thinking really hard.
That
while we all
don't you-
hear.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's...
Don't you think that criminal is a bit strong? Don't you think?
Alright, look. Maybe to us they're not, but considering where we're actually at and who is the constabulary, they are.
On
Which
the run
means-
from those who are, I don't know, knights and kings and whatnot.
They're on the run from the constabulary. That means
that's
that,
a big
the
word.
authorities,
right or wrong, they're considered criminals. So, I'm saying we don't snitch on them.
Oh, absolutely.
And I don't mean just because of the contract. I don't mean just 'cause it's the wrong thing to do, because literally, this seems like a problem.
Yeah, we greatly appreciate that you're on the same page now.
Just making sure, because I didn't want to snitch. Because, Yeah.
It's a
I
lot.
think mostly I don't want to find out what happens if we did snitch, so let's just...
It'll show up and make you warm in the wrong ways.
It'll show up.
You just can't. It's essentially.
Wasn't planning on doing it.
It's essentially.
Oh, wait. Did you do is this a fake contract like we're under now a...
No. It's a gag order. You won't be able to speak.
Alright, so it's like dealing with the
anyway.
Fae and having a compulsion.
No, wasted your time making him sign.
You won't be able to speak, and you won't be able to write either.
Alright, so that's actually nifty, right?
That's
kind of fucking useful.
a nifty form of
Did you
magic.
do that one? Is that in a book?
Insofar
Might be.
as it pertains to us, we're using it as an opportunity to essentially disappear. The Lucarans don't come here. They have no use for the books here. Anything that they need from the scholars, they just send a raven for. So...
Who doesn't need books?
In that case, I gotta ask, why would the shadows come from this direction?
I don't know that they did.
All the ones that have attacked the town have come down the road, is what we've seen.
Mountains cast shadows. They could have just pulled themselves out that way. But they didn't come from here.
Right. They pulled themselves out of their actual...
Well, that makes a whole lot more sense than coming down from the mountains. So.
I thought that someone was summoning them.
Yeah, but like if they
This
weren't...
seems like evil wizard shit.
If they weren't... I agree. I expected an evil wizard. We found books, but...
No, I was...
But...
Okay.
Instead of them coming down from walking down the path, it makes more sense for them to pull themselves out of the shadows, honestly.
So that makes this a lot more difficult.
Everything we've been able to determine while we were on the run, before that, when, I was part of a group that was investigating anyway. And what we were able to determine was it's just the general upheaval that's caused from all of this going on. We haven't really been able to figure out anything more than that. They'll crop up anywhere they want, whenever they want. The only way to stop it is to repair the damage that's been done at the core level.
Alright, so... Is that at least useful?
I mean, that's as useful as about we can get it for now. I mean, what else do you think we should ask?
I don't know if we should ask anything else here, other
What
than...
are some other potential effects it could have besides the shadows? Is it just the shadows going to show up, or
Well,
is something
if...
something more so? The longer it goes on, will it get worse?
I think that's
It's probably going to get worse.
I think that's the general consensus. Mainly because they've never seen a shadow chimera before, and then it just showed up and we had to kill it.
Alright, that was weird.
At this point, Roland's gonna kind of speak up a little bit and say, I know the priests were talking about trying to bring more of Phinos to Earth, which can only mean fire and blood. He's the sun. He is fire. I don't think that's a good idea either.
They're gonna meteor the planet.
So are you saying we should kill the priest?
No.
But they're bringing the guy.
No, because the thing is if we kill the priest, there's just gonna... Then we're gonna make the situation worse, because then the god's gonna get mad because we killed his fan club, and then he's gonna come down here to take beef with us, and
He's not gonna like us, correct?
I mean, then that...
No, but here's the deal. I got a feeling doing little fixes or skirting around the edges to figure out how to fix this is better than kill all the priests and then have the sun god come down on us. I don't want to hit final level that immediately. And I figure if we kill him, it's going to just...
I mean, that you kind of do have a point, Fil'verl, in that, as my memory and just abilities are coming back, I feel like that I need to get a little bit stronger first before that we want to go take on an army.
Okay, never mind.
That in Celestial, Zhonya is going to ask Zaz, so how do you feel about all of this going on?
I hate it. I just want to go home.
Indeed. He says that he hates it. He wants to go home.
Or like back to the space? To the stars?
Back to space, to the stars?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, that he wants to go back up to the void in space.
So, twofold here, right? One, hold on. If we were to tell his dad, could we tell his dad?
Translating that to Zaz.
Not your dad, but who you look like's dad.
Just granddad.
Zaz is gonna shrug, but Triss is. I've got 4 different NPCs going in my head here. Hang on. Triss is going to say, "You could attempt to speak to Kairos directly. Yes. However, he's not the easiest to talk to, and he's not capable of understanding a lot."
I get that. I've spoken to him once by accident, and
through a conduit, though, not directly. Yes.
No, you got the thing.
Yeah.
The evil egg. He has an evil egg. I decided, in my brilliantest of late night moments, to just focus on the egg because it worked with jewelry. It gave off a weird vibe. So we're trying to, and then I went in there and I wandered through some creepy, dirty tunnels underneath some type of tree, and then it started talking to me at a pit.
Okay, that's more of a vision, though. You didn't actually go down there, I didn't think.
Physically, it felt like it. I mean, there was a wall behind me I couldn't go back through.
There's a physical place? We can physically go there?
I wouldn't recommend it. It's quite a hassle. But yes, you could.
I mean, we could always take it. I mean, I have on good account from a tour guide by the name of Orpheus. There's just entryways to the underworld everywhere. It's just you don't actually go for them.
So, Kairos can be reached by below the nest where he's being held, can be reached through any of his altars. There's only 2 left in Israel. 1 in Stone Square Pass and 1 here. As well, I mean, there's more than that, but we kind of destroyed that one on the way back through. We escaped through one outside of Flynos Fade, but we've made sure no one can come through that way.
So would it be better to tell his mom?
I sincerely doubt it.
So is it any ramifications that come through going below this nest?
We went in early winter, we came out only a few weeks ago. Time moves differently there. It moves far faster than it does up here. We spent 3 hours working our way to Kairos and speaking with him and then getting out. And we came back after 7 weeks.
Oh, wow. Incredible.
So you could...
That's a commitment right there.
But anything left unfinished up here will be dreadfully unfinished when you get back.
So we'll have to go back and do the mushrooms and then come back and do the thing. Or, wait, no, Temple Day. So, here you go. That way we don't miss out on your mushrooms.
That is true. That the streak is broken. The streak is broken.
Very ladylike.
So it's over here, these guys.
He's just sorry about that. It was just all of that bread pudding. But
that was a very important thing for you earlier.
I mean,
money. I like money.
Do you mind if that she just holds out just a piece of just that what is known as now as the manifesto? But do you mind if I have a full copy of one?
Sure. Yeah, I'll get you one. I've been having the guys here making more of them.
Oh,
I'll get you a full one.
Okay.
Just don't let any of the Lucarans catch you with it, because they're all about not doing that.
Right. Thank you.
So, is there anything else we really need to ask, or do we just need to sit back and make a decision?
It's time to make a decision, honestly. I like the idea of telling his dad. Maybe we can get some direction still. I also am a huge fan of killing the priest. because that feels like a direct answer to the problem. But I understand your objection that shite would definitely rain down upon us very quickly.
Well, the thing is that I don't, from everything I'm getting from Glowy Light Bulb in the Sky guy, is it's not going to be just us. There's going to be fallout everywhere. And if he comes down here, it's a bad time for everybody. It's going to ruin everybody's Tuesday.
No, we don't know if the priest knows what they're doing. Or
to be fair, there's that also. They could just be ignorant.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Taya will interject and say, we knew that we were doing Finos' will. We didn't know the ramifications. That's why we chose as we did and tried to help after the fact.
But that you do also understand that, some people with positions of power, then that they will learn that the truth and still that they would just still go on about their merry way anyway, because then they want to be the ones in control.
The High Priest in Finos Fade, he's precisely that. He is a power-hungry bastard. He rules the entire populace of the temple with an iron fist.
That Zhonya is going to ask up in Celestial to Zaz, do you mind if I hold your hand a bit to kind of feel your magic? Hold his hand. What do I need to roll?
Is it just like one finger in the ball?
Pretty much, yeah.
And all we hear is
19.
angelic talking, and then they hold hands like, well, this escalated quickly.
Hey, she's been touched by an angel.
So
19.
So you can feel there's two related but separate energies at work here. The star aspects just have a very it's just very elemental and very energy. It's just all the potentiality of bouncing electrons. The Phino side of things is more a control and specifically fire energy. It is very, very localized and very particular in its construction. You almost feel like the control aspects would be able to control the star aspect, except for the fact that they've been intertwined rather than just placed one over the other. They've been meshed very thoroughly together.
Very thoroughly together, as in it's forming a balance in a sense.
It's creating something new that shouldn't be. It's a hybrid, a chimera of its own.
Well, thank you for that, Celestial.
Welcome.
That got a better of understanding what had happened to Zaz here. Basically, that he has Finos energy and star energy are forming just basically fusion up into some form of hybrid.
You figured that out by touching his hand?
Yes.
Understanding energy is not that difficult, says Taya. I realize all my girl voices sound awfully
It happens.
It happens.
What are you talking about?
I do think that that we do need to do a little bit of research a bit. Who wants to hit the books?
I think that might be our best bet here, but I also think that we may... Is there anything we want to do here? Or should we go take a visit somewhere?
I mean, that... And then as she is kind of getting super, super excited, I really want to check out the books first.
I know, I'm not... Yeah, we're going to do the books. I'm just saying... Right, let's read, or else this is going to be a forever discussion.
But I do say...
And by forever, we mean she's going to stop time and then read the books by herself and then unfreeze time and it'll just be forever.
I am not that powerful yet.
You'll wake up and there'll just be this big thing drawn on your face that you don't know about. And it's fur, so that'll take forever to get out.
Lady Meadowman, we do thank you for just at this time, and thank you for basically shedding some light on this situation.
We'll be around now that we know you're all, kind of, that you're all helping rather than going to be causing trouble. So we'll be around. It was just, we had to be sure.
Well, we weren't trying to call trouble in the first place. We just needed answers.
Understood. And we had to be sure.
Alright, let's go get this lady her books.
They'll walk out with you all, but there's a bit of an awkward silence. Now it's kind of like the big reveal has passed. It's like, what do we talk about now?
Alright, hold on. We were gonna leave. We thought we were leaving and that you were staying, so now we're just leaving at the same time.
Yep.
So the goodbye's really awkward.
Yep.
So
pretty much.
So, Roland, do you like toast too?
Toast?
Yes, as do I. It's both warm and crunchy. A perfect place for a jelly tule.
All right.
Stay away from me, Roland. I got nothing to say to you.
You really don't seem like that the bardic type, Lady Trish, that you had came up with that all by yourself, the manifesto?
Yeah, we went through a lot, going through all of this. I mean, I lost half of my party, and the rest went their own ways when things were getting a little rough. So
Terribly sorry to hear that.
it's left me with a lot of thoughts.
That's
And
understandable.
It seemed the easiest way to still be doing something while not being able to do something.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna change the music up a little bit, I think.
So maybe then we can also research a little bit about sign language, and then that we can also get some study about medicine for Tal'gor, so that he can be able to speak.
Okay.
Alright, y'all will make it back out. I believe y'all entered in the scholars section. So they'll walk you back up to the the initiates rank. And say, so
We don't have a high enough library card.
Oban will kind of be waiting for y'all at the table, and he'll kind of be like, so we good? And Triss and the others will kind of give a nod. Zaz did not follow y'all out. He went back wherever he was hiding.
Figured he's not walking around just out everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just waltzing around. I'm a big seeker.
Just doing this to the sky.
But yeah, so
Clip that.
see you here.
Flip it off.
So everything's
Isn't that
good.
90% of D&D anyway?
Yes.
What are you all going to do now?
Read
Research?
books. Seems like we're going to read books.
Oh, well, you're in the right place for it. What in particular are you looking for?
For me, particular, a little bit about your religion and your arcana.
Alrighty. That'll be kind of along the west side. Look for the triangles on the bookshelves. As you're all kind of getting in this research mode, you'll notice that each of the bookshelves on the end caps have certain symbols. Apparently triangles are related to magic. You'll see circles, which Oban will give you all the information that's more like history and governmental civics type stuff, like actual people dealings with stuff. And then there's going to be squares, and squares are more like science, medicine, and like the physical things rather than magical things. I remember Jed had said that Arten wanted stuff about Kairos in particular. Okay.
Yes.
So,
I need to find out about Kairos and all of the Kairosy things that he Kairoses.
Taya will pull you out a book and say, this was extremely helpful to us after we got out of Below the Nest. We've included our own entries in here. You should get some good information out of that, and she'll hand you like a little bit of a journal. And you can see it's got some fresh pages tacked in the back. So there will be other pages in there written in the same hand as the first page, which the first page is front and back, by the way. And then the others are more of what Triss, Taya, and Roland brought on from their journeys. Spence, any questions in particular that you don't have answers for from, like, I'll allow you to just meta in knowledge that you have from the other campaigns.
To a certain
save
point.
time. Yeah. Is there anything in particular, aside from any of that you don't know right now?
Just nothing as so far on that the religious aspect, but more so on that the arcana aspect, just to see like about is it just a way to basically, you know, get just like a general like understanding about the sources of magic and stuff, and try to essentially, you know, like also for her own spotty memory to see that if it's also going to be another spell she may come up with, or just something.
Okay. So like as far as the different sources of magic, you mean like how the gems fit into it all, or
how does the gems fit into it?
Okay.
Specifically.
So the gems are a physical manifestation and component left over from the creation of Z'rael.
Right.
When Mother Zhonya was essentially when she turned the nest over so that her first children could have more space, and later on her tears that formed the rivers and carved the river canyons and all that jazz. Just the leftover magic kind of condensed into gems that still carry potentiality and the option of doing things. Like they're meant to house energy and to change energy into different forms. It's different from the star gems, which there's not a lot of information on, but you do find quite a few records that indicate stars do fall relatively frequently around Z'rael. They fall more in the mountains in the east, they fall more in the oceans on the east and south. And just there's a long history in like the 700 years of Z'rael that's dealing with just stars falling.
Eastward mountains. Thank you.
As far as like clerical type magic, being able to draw power from the gods, the followers of Pina more rely on their own ingenuity rather than calling power from her. Clerics of Pina are actually they're just tinkerers. They're not actually pulling in clerical energy. Lucarans and their people definitely are given power from Phinos to do things. There's not a lot of information on Loifa or the people who claim her as their patron, the Quranan singers. There's not a lot of info there. Thuelos' clerics do more of just emotional work rather than magic stuff. Same thing goes for Gynos people. They're all about books. There's not a huge history of clerical work in Z'rael. The big ones are any clerics of Zhonya in particular who really focus on healing magic and stuff like that. Healing and growth. There's a notable lack of information on any power that Mina might give to her followers. If anything, it's implied in the works that you're able to get a hold of and read through that her power is too close to Kairos' power, so it's dangerous, kind of thing. Okay, Phil, anything you're looking for?
Phil would have said he wanted to see anything that might be about jewelry making or stone cutting.
Yeah, I'll say you'll be able to find a little bit on the jewelry making techniques of northern Pinus Cavern Town. A lot of which you've already seen kind of during your apprenticeship and stuff. You do find a little bit more on the ways to kind of work with the gems, specifically Israelan gems, because they do cleave differently. They don't split the same as other gems from different places. And so I'll allow you to basically, you'll have advantage on splitting gems from here on out. Tal'gor, anything in particular?
I was going to look, like I said, research what's going on in the West. What it might...
Oh, right.
Let me get to my notes.
Let me see here. As you're kind of reading through, let's see here. Let's see what I can find for you. All right. We'll go with this. You'll find a book titled "The Light in the West." And within the book, it has reference to a few other portions from other books, one called The Book of the Light, and the other called The Mother's Song. You'll be able to find some information on both Phinos and the Lucarans in there. Piecing it all together, you'll kind of be able to put together that Phinos was essentially telling you to seek out his church, like his church headquarters. In the West. The answers are in the West, aka his stronghold, Phinos Fade.
Phinos Fade.
That's his stronghold, like the town. That's where Ty and Roland and Triss and Zaz escaped from.
Okay. And I'd also like to look up basic lizard man physiology, if I could.
Not a lot of info.
I wouldn't think, but I'd see if just
you find some stuff on Dragonborn,
okay.
but not specifically any lizardkin.
Okay. Cool.
While looking at the gems, is there anyone near Phil?
I'll say Roland's maybe kind of been in the same vicinity. Not really anybody else. I mean, are
the bookshelves like this and it's open behind you, or are they like?
So the bookshelves kind of line both sides of the level, and the tables are kind of in the middle.
Okay,
and so it's like just a long.
It's not like I can tuck. It's not like I can tuck around a corner.
I mean, you could get like in between a bookshelf or two, like maybe pretend you're examining like a bookend for like the labeling, but.
Gonna do that and just have my hand on the put the hand down on the lantern.
Yeah.
Please tell me that he is not what you're looking for.
Well, it seems like it'd be fun, but it does also seem like he's kind of got a lot going on.
Alright, at least you're on the same page with me. I'm happy about that. Oh.
I don't want you to kill anyone to make the lantern finished. And it seems like that would kill him.
I hadn't even thought about that. I thought you were just going to make him come in here. And then you were going to have a boy toy that was also a star.
I mean, I would like that, but I get a feeling that would do some damage there.
Alright, just making sure. Do you still feel anything here that might be interesting?
Let me roll a dice. We'll find out.
Okay. There's a lot of books. It would take too much time to go through all of those. I think you're fine.
I thought that there's like a gem or something here. He kind of gave me that vibe earlier.
Oh no, it was the pretty star that I was feeling.
Oh, okay. Okay, so don't need to break in anybody's room and steal their shit. Got it.
No. He was the only pretty thing here.
Yeah, he is kind of pretty.
He is, isn't he?
Ow. You're handsome. You're perfect.
There we go.
That's my
There it is.
There he is.
Alright, just wanting to check before I do anything or don't do anything to cause displeasure.
No. I think you're fine. You're doing fine. You're doing great.
Alright, that's good. And then we'll do the rest of that. Phil was just double checking, like, am I about to ruin everybody's time here? Because I will.
No.
Because I don't have a choice.
She's being nice. Let me see here. Would you like to look up any genie anything or not?
Nope. That is not going to cross his mind. There is a task he is told he needs to do, and that's what he's focusing on.
Got it. Okie dokie.
Everybody
you
is
good? You good over there, Jed?
Everybody else is actually reading real things. I'm gonna go get a beverage.
Okay.
Anybody else need anything?
I'm
Water?
good, thank you. That Zhonya is gonna be like, ooh, that was a fast, heavy read. Then that she's going to go in and try to find Triss somewhere and just kind of like, wow, that is a lot.
Triss will be leaning against a bookshelf, kind of just acting real badass. with her stormy gray robes and her Thuelos pendant.
Oh, that you are a follower of Duelos, the storm god.
Yep, got a bit claimed.
That's nice. So.
What about you? You're a bookish type, I'm getting.
Yeah, that the lizard folk guy, I actually saved his life with time magic.
Time magic?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I do wonder if there might be a way for you to fix the speed up effect if you go below the nest.
That's actually, that whenever I was a professor, that we did do basically research about why does the astral planes, and then that the Underdark, from where I am from, then that they basically have a certain difference of time, and then that we just thought it was just due to like location and other magics. So
yeah, we there's not a lot of info about below the nest. That's pretty much all we've been searching for since we got here, is anything that could clear things up for that. But we haven't found anything. Like the only stuff we found is from Mal Jorazan, the current leader of the Sword of the Nest, her father.
Mal Jorazan?
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah, they have a lot of interesting names here. Joria, Martin, Irvin.
Where do you all originally hail from?
Oh, well, outside Theros. Kind of grew up on the border of Theros a little bit.
That is quite interesting. Just thank you for having the audience with us and all. Then
yeah, well, let me put it this way. If you had continued being brash and antagonistic yesterday, we would have just killed you. It's that important to keep Zah's secret.
Oh, that is understandably so, and then that, that you just have to that I am very patient until that it was to a point.
I get that too. I've never really been one for words up until this current adventure, but it's it's interesting. The more you can figure out to do with words, the less you have to do with the swords, so
yeah.
Pretty interesting trade-off if you can make it work.
Who needs words when you can just stab the stuff the words tell you about?
My phone scans and text.
Oh, nice.
Automatically transcribes it.
Oh, nice.
So I was able to put it in my notes.
Lit.
I'm gonna go post it in the.
Okay, that's fine.
In our.
Well, then that.
I guess I'll just take a picture and keep looking at my phone all day.
That I do hope that that we can always get this resolved. That we were just I just traveled here trying to find the purpose of big deeds.
Not words.
Oh, you'd be surprised. It translated like I don't know.
We really appreciate any help you managed to throw our way.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever make it back up this way, provided nothing crazy's going down in the meantime, maybe we'll have some more information we can trade.
All right, then. Well, then thank you for your kindness and everything, and then that she would just go in and find Phil. Just Selma, there. What did you find?
All right, found a few things. One, these gems cleave differently than any other that I've seen.
Branding.
Branding.
Two, I learned one of them drew a dick in the middle of the book.
I mean that, that the books that I've read, and that they just had like basically, pock marks and stuff. I guess then that's just what students do.
Hey, but there's chiaroscuro shading on this. They took some time. There's cross-hatching.
Yeah, I mean...
You said chiaroscuro and I love it.
Anyway, I'm going to put this one right back where I found it. You're my witness. I didn't do that.
Chester has been here.
I mean,
there's M&M's.
Thank you.
With the peanut butters.
Oh, yes. Did you know that the scribes did provide us with some snack candies? But that is interesting for a library. But, so...
Hashtag please sponsor us, Ollies.
So... But anyway, then that, what do you think about all of this?
What do I think about everything that's going on? It's fucking big. It's...
Not the penis.
Arten, no, we are not talking about a teenager
Hey,
strong.
it was fucking big. We just started talking about penis.
Erebos starts cackling.
No, I'm talking about... We're gonna get involved with the gods. We're gonna end up getting involved with the gods.
Think about it this way, that that I have already had a midlife crisis, and also had to get a second chance in life, so why not more?
Hey, I'm not
Most
saying...
people don't get two, and you want a third?
Look, I'm not saying
Not sure where that
anything
accent
bad.
came
It's
from.
just...
Still.
Alright, look. You want to know what my life has been up to this point?
Yes.
I have been the child, and then worker, while my parents are spelljammer, going through the astral sea, transporting individuals, which means I've dealt with a few gods, at least in a business sense. They are the worst. They are literally the Karens and the Kyles of the universe. They're not just Chads, they're Chadwicks.
I mean, but what about that, that I did have that one student named Kevin, that he had basically,
Kevin.
that the poor soul tried to basically trap lightning in a bottle, and then he ended up blowing off his own hand.
Sounds like a real Larry. Anyway, but no. So they're the worst. Alright?
Yes.
I've only dealt with them on that. Then I became a jeweler. Alright? And then I decided I'm kind of bored at that. I wanted to give something a new shot, and I met up with y'all. And then we met shadows, and now I'm going to be... Look,
But-
I don't even worship these gods, and we're about to have to deal with them. So give me a second, because it's a little bit of a lot.
I mean,
I'm not saying no. I'm just saying it's a lot.
I mean, that I had grew up just up in the church from just what my mom had did, because that I do not know what sort of nature of Ifriti my dad may be. So,
I mean, I'm not saying no, it's a lot. And we have to do it because we have the ability to do it.
Exactly. And then all it is just that a matter of time before we all get wrapped up into things. Just like now.
I know, it's just, give me a second. It'll be fine.
Oh, Triss will get you that whole manifesto.
Also, I'm pretty sure Erebos is behind me still giggling about the dick in the book and making googly eyes at the cat.
I mean, yeah.
Did I call it?
I think you did, and actually, good thing that I left my notes. Good thing I left my notes.
What?
Other notes.
All right.
You did. You called it.
I'm getting better at reading people.
Oh yes,
anyway,
and then that lady Lady Triss had basically gave us this to read.
It's a lot. You don't.
It's a lot. You don't have to read.
Did you just hand me a manifesto?
Yep.
Yes, I handed you a manifesto.
So to recap once again, Tristana is Spence's character in the longest running version of this campaign from our local game shop. The manifesto is something that Spence specifically came up with for Triss.
Not mine. This one.
Yeah, nice.
I will send it later over through messages, aka put it on Discord.
Okay, when you say messages, Phil's just sitting there no, please don't. I'm going to be sleeping. I said,
21 words at a time.
Oh God, that would be the most. Okay, I'm down with the pettiness of I'm going to send a message to someone I hate regularly just to mess with them at inopportune moments. I'm like, I never thought about weaponizing sending, but now it's like, are they in the same time zone as Stride? Are they in the same time zone as me? All right, it's midnight.
But
You pooping?
but anyway, go to Oban and be like, we are getting rather hungry. What is for lunch?
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Bread, meat, cheese. A
Oh.
little bit of lettuce. Sandwiches. Breakfast and dinner are the big meals. Like, hardly anybody ever actually stops reading to actually eat lunch. So.
This place is a riot.
I mean, then I had
just
just cleared your entire section of religion within 40 minutes.
Stack a whole bunch of sandwiches up like Scooby-Doo.
Oh, I want to make a Dagwood
That's
sandwich.
a lot.
Yes, that is a lot. So, Arten, did you find anything?
I'm already walking towards the mess hall.
Oh, that he just has food on the brain. So,
Arten,
Tal'gor.
did you see anything? It just seems like a cattail walking away.
So, as
y'all
we
can go snag some food. Yeah.
So while we are basically talking and stuff, Zhonya is going to be. So what do y'all want to do? What do we need to do? What's the next plan?
So
Oh, that was mushrooms.
when we go up to the to get the food, so I'm gonna get us
There's a table that's kind of put in between the like two like kitchen
and we
doors.
make our own sandwich.
That's got some sandwiches already made, but there's also like a little plate of like meats and.
Oh no! I'm making a straight up Dagwood Scooby Doo.
Go ahead. Yep. I kind of figured.
Kind of, shuffle some
I try to
cards.
shove it further away from myself so I don't just keep grabbing him and down.
That her sandwich, that she is going to make her sandwich, and then that she's just going to
gotta fold over.
basically
She's
do
got
just
one,
like a
one
slight for each
heel of
flame on
bread
it.
with a piece of lettuce in it.
And then that she is just toasting her own sandwich in her palm
Nice.
on both sides.
Nice.
Yeah, I do this all the time.
I'm cutting carbs, so I just wrap it in lettuce.
Lettuce wrap.
Doing the same thing.
Beautiful. I love all of this. Erebos just grabs a plate of meat and cheese. Rolls up the cheese inside.
You should probably have at least one piece of bread or else it's not going to go through you.
I mean that.
Alright. I'm not the one that wants to do you.
I mean, so what's the plan?
What?
If you
Mushrooms?
can fit that whole thing in there, we're gonna have a lot to talk about.
We'll get in there eventually.
Well, that was rather enlarging and then also enlightening. So are we going
But the
to...
only thing enlarging. Ooh.
Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Where do we drop?
Nothing is fine.
It's a bottom.
Okay.
Penis
So,
jokes.
other than just that, so that we are going to go hunt mushrooms and so that we can get money.
Well, we have to go tell the down below, right?
Go tell them what exactly.
No, we gotta go tell
Oh, yes.
Kairos.
Yes,
Go
that too.
Tell it on the mountain.
Yes,
So
then
we have
that's...
two places we can get to him from. So, do we want to do it here? Or do we want to do it back down in Stone Scar?
I mean, Art, you're the leader.
Where you go, I follow.
Goody. I would rather do it here. You didn't exactly enjoy the idea of going into a church. 1. Number 2, if we make friends with the leaders of this place, then in a few months' time, when we come out of that hole, we may actually have a room to stay in.
I mean...
The thing is, if we come in this one, we might not come back out this one.
But that this one is pretty much from just judging from just at the conversation of me and then Lady just Tristana had. It's just basically, I think that, that this one will be more so protected than that the one at Stone Scar.
I think this one might be a better one to come out of.
Can we control where we come out of?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, that it's just only just 2 remaining, apparently.
I think Stone Scar would be the better place to go in. And then have this be a safe place to come out, because then we can come back out to them and talk to them.
Triss will be walking in, gonna make herself a sandwich. She'll overhear y'all and be like, yeah, there's a whole, there's carving, like, initials beside each portal down there. But they use the old Zraelan alphabet.
Yeah, it's funky, but I've been figuring it out.
Yeah, so they're labeled.
Would you at least be able to maybe write what that is for us, so we can at least, if we don't speak it or translate, we at least...
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I figured it out from a book.
Did you write all that?
Yeah.
Okay. Not like you had the notes right there, I thought. I thought Arten was actually pulling out, like, I copied all of the notes.
So if I remember correctly, the one we came through, it was labeled with the FF symbols for Finos Fade. You can't go back through that one. We made sure that one's not accessible anymore. There's the one for Stone Scar Pass. It was labeled with SP. There's one that was labeled for the monastery here. Raven's Claw, it used the RK symbols.
Okay.
There's one for Pinus Cabin Town that was PK. And there was one also for Cora's Hold. But no one's been there for a while. And Erebos will kind of like raise a hand and say, I've been there. It's been about 50 years, but I've been there.
Yeah, no one's been there for a while. 50 years is a while.
You're right.
What year it is?
I mean, that it is up to y'all, really.
If it's a quarter of your lifetime, it's still a while.
And then that maybe that, eventually that I can try.
Don't worry about the math. It's a much lower number.
I can, mathematics is just quite difficult at times. But anyway, that I can try to figure out a way to basically maybe try to dampen the time distillation.
I don't think the time distillation is that big of an actual problem for us, because we're going to be going through. Out here...
Yeah, then that is what I am saying.
That I don't think that's going to be the biggest issue. I think it'd be best to go back down, check. I would like to check on the town. We have an entry point at the town. We can get his mushrooms at the town. And then we know there's a safe place to pop back out of here. And I think that might be the better option.
That is.
But I will defer to the rest of the group if you think something different, because I'm not tactically minded.
I mean, that was my way of thinking, that we can just go back down just at the mountain, that we can go do the little side job request for just at the mushrooms, and then that we can go from there. And plus that we still have to worry about Arten's mysterious note, too.
It's all the way back in the first trees, though. I don't think we need to travel all the way back there, do we? Well, DM, since I know that I rolled well to know who they were to begin with, are they all over Zrael, or are they just mostly...
The Lucarans?
No, the...
Sword of the Nest.
Sword of the Nest.
Yes, but you don't... There's no real way to know them on sight.
Okay.
I will say, if you wanted to take a peek around, ask around for a book, maybe there's a methodology for contacting.
Phil probably wouldn't actually care about that. The big thing I was saying is, would Phil have known that they're nationwide, or if they're more localized?
They're definitely more nationwide. I can't remember if I gave you this before or not, but supposedly in the past, the leader of the Sword of the Nest was located somewhere near Stone Scar.
Okay. I don't think you told me that one before, so I will opt to not personally know that. Well, I mean, not everywhere, so we could maybe meet them, but I don't know where.
I mean,
it's not like they're going to be wearing a lapel pin.
I mean, that just think that, just kind of just wink at Triss and just like, that I just don't think that Madam Snow will just be walking around all just up and just like strolling around town, just posting up manifestos now.
Yeah, no, I've got a few of the got a few contacts that do that for me now that I'm holed up here.
So, all right, what's everyone's vote?
Tal'gor, do you have a say?
What was the mushroom thing?
That was a lot of money.
It was a lot of money, like 350 gold.
The apothecarist had a request out for
screaming mushrooms.
For screaming mushrooms.
If we bring them back alive, it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So
even if you bring them back not alive, if they're intact and not destroyed,
so it's still a discounted price on them.
Yeah.
She's willing to pay a lot.
We could do that. This would be a safe way in, safe way back. But if I'll go wherever y'all want to go.
And it's just up to Arten, to me, but I will do whatever.
Putting a lot of pressure on you here.
I mean that
money, safe.
that it's party dad and then party uncle.
Wait a second. The longer we wait to go do the underworld and talk to this guy stuck into a tree, the longer everyone else is in danger.
Right.
But if we go down there and come back, we can't get those mushrooms because she might be dead.
She'd be dead now.
We gotta check on that.
That is true.
I don't know, man.
No, thank you.
Well, no. Tell you what I do want. As much as I want money, man, I want some money. It sure would be nice to go ahead and help people first. Partially.
I mean, that good deeds do go a long way. That people will.
Let's go check on the town. We'll go check on the town because they were nice to us. They were and
they're in a tight spot.
On the way, we can discuss whether or not we go get mushrooms first, and we can enter in the monastery. That's fine. There'll be no guards, and since we've gotten this hint of like what was the initials on everything. And I've got the alphabet decoded. I can definitely help us get back to where we want to get out.
Here's a regular Rosetta Stone.
No, I just saw it once and wrote it all down.
And you can have an extra inspo for that. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Okay, we should all actually have written down
you get your one for the night, but you get you an extra. That was great.
So I did not really take you up much for just a scholar that much. I just thought that you just like to just smack things really, really aggressively. But that's
I would rather smack things aggressively.
But then that that the way that you fight is almost tactical.
It is. We have
almost a compliment.
I mean that the more and more that I am getting more back control to just my time magic, I think that I might be able to basically essentially stop something from going on at the expense of my own health a little bit, possibly.
There was a guy in my squad. He was the son of the general. His name was Sue. He was writing a book about all the things we would do to help overpower our enemies. He was much better at it than me, but it rubbed off a little bit.
I mean that I think that that basically that one book that I had read by another time wizard by the name of Zimbardo. No, wait a minute. No. I think that he was more of a mental person.
Time wizard writing a book would get done in a minute.
Or it might take a lifetime.
Maybe.
I mean that it just definitely helps out with just taking notes.
Okay.
But I say that we just stay here for one more night, enjoy the dinner, and then also that I am curious about this keeper of plates too.
Keeper of plates?
I mean, go ask Oban or somebody about it. I don't know about that. I just heard the name thrown around.
Okay.
This sounds like how we end up getting into a Dark Souls boss fight in the kitchen.
Keeper of plates. He just smacks you with a plate and just pulls out another one that the plate does like 85%.
The highest AC ever because he has plate armor.
No, it will be fine china, so then that'll be magical plate armor.
Masterwork.
Masterwork china. And then, but then the bad thing is that he will be a minotaur.
Bull in a china shop? He's with a bull in a china shop, man?
Anyway, then,
okay.
that I am gonna go back to just do some more luxury reading. Bye. And she just zooms out.
Phil will sit down and start to again work on the lantern, and we'll try to take another one of the gems to put into another one of the facets to mirror what was on the other side.
Yep.
So what do I need to roll?
Your choice, sleight of hand or performance, and you get advantage because now you know a little more about the gems.
It's going to be performance because that's 1 point higher. That is a nat 20.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That is a nat 20. Thank you, Moo Cow Dice.
Reading books helps.
You successfully put a new gem in place.
They look pretty.
It do look pretty.
Phil's just sitting there. I'm happy with that. Right, now there's gem dust. Okay. Shit, I don't have a broom or a brush.
Spence.
Oh, that
Tell
looks
me,
so
do
wrong
you
on the camera.
have the spells Magnify Gravity or Immovable Object?
No, I do not.
Which one would you like?
Magnify gravity sounds fun.
You may find a spell scroll buried in amongst all of the magical shelvings. Just happen upon it.
Oh.
And you can do a. It's basically you get a free copy. You don't have to roll for it because it's right there. You've got all the time you want to
You're
deal
able
with
to just
that.
go ahead and just shove it into your book and say it fits.
Yeah,
Fits. It's mine.
I'm not very particular on how spell books work. It's just I don't see the point in having to spend all this time and gold when it's literally just copying shit over. Like it's fine.
It's supposed to be like Magic Ink.
I don't worry about it.
Maybe she just cuts her.
It's table rule. It's just spell scrolls are easy, but it's basically a freebie. You don't have to count it against your
gold.
Your spells known, your
Things
that you get.
Baseball card books, but all the cards in it are actually spells you have.
Oh,
you just gotta hold it up.
Magnify gravity. So if
spell book is basically
and then you just see her just take out just basically, just like the bottle of just like black ink, and then she just starts like it has time runes over, and then it just starts just gravitating up and down, floating in front of her. Like, oh, so if I go really, really hard, and then it just stops barely before it starts to break, and then she just floats it back up.
Phil's just on the other end of the table. What the fuck?
So do you have the Wild Mount book where you can grab it? Or?
I have it. I got my digital spell book because
you
probably have in it.
But yeah, it's a first level transmutation. It is graviturgy, not chronergy, but you can have it.
Graviturgy sounds like something that happens in a truck.
I had almost went that route. I had almost went the second.
To be fair, gravity and time are merely two sides of a coin, so
that is true.
In any case, anything else this afternoon while y'all are in the massive library of librariness?
Zhonya is in a happy place.
Very
She's
I
good.
would like to just find a random book
A random book.
that might be useful to me.
I'm gonna go with strategy and military strategy type books. Something that tells the story of how smaller army was able to defeat a much more powerful or stronger army by how they position themselves, things of that nature.
I actually have a thing for that, but it's the opposite of what you said.
Okay. It's a story of a big strong guy smushing a little weak dude. That's not very strategic, but okay.
it's specific to Israel. Here we go. Let me go.
This is the story about how Goliath destroyed David. He walked over and punched him in the throat. And David was like, ah! And the end of the story, we all saw it coming.
Just the
Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send to your Discord DMs. It is a bit of a read.
Sliding it into my DMs.
I'm sliding it into your DMs. But nice. So to kind of condense what it is, it's a few pages that look to they've basically been preserved between very, very thin like onion skin sheets of paper that have been glazed over with like a very, very thin like waterproofing, like a linseed oil or something. Okay. So essentially medieval lamination is what you're looking at.
Nice.
But these, let me grab that. Hang on one second. Let me do this before I can focus my brain. There you are. Okay. And the preface to this set of pages says that they were found in a locked box on a beach on the southeast of Israel in the remnants of essentially a few centuries old what looked like a military encampment. And they are the only surviving pages of a bosun's log. And the preface page will also say that there was still the bones of a ship in the bay next to the camp. So you can peruse that at your leisure, but it's essentially a very long dialogue that kind of goes through, and I would recommend reading it, but you don't have to right now. But it tells the tale of a band of explorers who came from a land called Vatera. And they landed, met the Israelis of a few centuries ago, and essentially there was a battle that may or may not have been magically influenced by something in the environment. It caused everyone to kind of go crazy. And the bosun, while injured, did manage to make it back to the camp. The veterans sunk their own ship and elected to die on the shores of Israel rather than leave and possibly risk any retribution and retaliation. They let it be the end there on the shore.
Not really what I remember this goal.
But it does have some information that might be of interest to you. But it is a bit of a read.
Actually, if I could change it, maybe look for something like calisthenics to improve strength and
calisthenics.
Did you just find the Bowflex 3000
No,
by the Ranger Chuck Norris, who's just doing bow draw exercises to work out the arm?
Calisthenics.
You find a scroll. It's written in a very, very rough hand. There's a lot of misspellings. The drawings are rather crude.
I did this.
The signature upon the scroll is listed as one Garzon Broken Tooth. And it's just a set of monk forms, basically. But you can see where it's applicable to your own fighting style. It's very multi-purpose and layered. So to just give you a little benefit, do you already have something like advantage on
strength
on athletics? Yeah. We'll actually give you for that. How about advantage on a sleight of hand or like dexterity checks for like full body stuff like jumps or maneuvers like that.
Still
That'd be like
athletics. Or
athletics.
Well, it could be acrobatics.
Yeah,
Acrobatics, that's the one I was looking
acrobatics.
for. That's the one I was looking for. That one. Yes, advantage to acrobatics. I knew there was a thing for that.
Okay. Cool.
We just look in Tal'gor's Cirque du Soleil through the air.
This is true. Hey
That's
Jed,
impressive.
you're an anonymous jackalope. I've still got the Google Drive pulled up, and it's anonymous jackalope. It's cute. I like it. Okay. Anyway, all right. Anything else?
No, that just like look and feel while that the ink bottle is still going up and down in her hand. Like look what I can do.
All right.
I have learned how to magnify gravity now.
Yeah.
That's just a bit spooky, but probably useful.
Yeah, well, I'm reading a cool story about some people going crazy on a boat. So, you know.
Oh, that.
There's a bunch of those. Is that the one where like a man was going after a whale?
No, there's no whales. Wait.
That.
No,
Well, are you sure
Spence,
that?
I'm sorry, that was a bit of a dick move for me to steal that joke from you.
Only a bit of a dick, though.
Oh.
Like a little.
I mean that at least that he wasn't reading just about this family that had basically had a decrepit old house, and then that book was scary.
You know, there's one time my ma gave me a story and said this is a great love story, and it was about like this young man who was thirsty for this other girl who turned him down, and then he noticed like this young girl who didn't know any better, and he decided to holler. And the way it ends is like all the cool characters die, and then like 4 other people die, and then these 2 commit suicide, and there's like a whole family war, and I'm still trying to figure out how the hell that's romantic and not like something that is on every poster of never be like this. This is how you don't be. This is how you are a bad, naughty child.
From what you've told me of your ma, that sounds like her kind of love story.
Wasn't that also like that? There was like a writer who had basically copied. Well, I think that they would call it fan fiction, and then they published it as actual work. About this girl who had Stockholm syndrome with basically her warlock patron.
Oh God.
Wow, no, I've not read that one. That sounds terrible.
50, right?
Yeah, that's. That sounds like something you should avoid, and also not a healthy relationship for anyone to ever engage in, unless they are 2 consenting adults that know what they're doing.
And not in a employer-employee relationship.
Exactly.
That's a balance. We don't do that.
Yeah, but. So it is so that you know that it is almost dinner time.
What the?
Did you do something to time again?
Did you?
No.
Hold on.
I just ate a sandwich.
Hold on, turn around. Let me see. I gotta see if you got any gray hair. Oh my God! Turn back around.
That's just stress.
You did this to him.
You dashing.
I cannot control
the universe yet. It's a debonair situation.
Look, I would say you end up being a silver fox, but you're a lion, so I don't know if that.
I mean that
you know what happens when a male lion gets old?
That they would.
He dies alone.
No, that they would just turn up into just like a grumpy dude named Sash, and then he would just hang out with just a bunch of hyenas.
Old lions die alone and get eaten by hyenas.
That is true.
I'll protect you.
Thank you. But I literally just ate a sandwich. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. But y'all are smelling something very, very savory cooking in the depths of the mountain.
I had the largest sandwich, and then she's like, "It's time to eat."
The biggest sandwich. Yeah, it's about mid-afternoon, coming into early evening. It's pre-evening.
But I am.
Well, look, it's.
Have we checked on the pack animal?
We have forgot about.
Hold on.
Fancy's still outside the front gate.
Hold on. Fancy. Fancy's good. Fancy has amazing hearing. You know, there's this other goat I knew about way back. I think his name was called Torrent. It jumped all over the place. And then somebody tried to say it was a horse.
Or else that somebody did say that was a yak. And then that thing, it kept on getting golf caddies.
I would like to go read about the history, the fantastic and amazing history of the crossbow, and how it is so much better than a full bow.
I want to learn about that this is a serious question.
This is mine. I did it.
Is a serious
you don't get
question.
to start talking about the other,
that I want to
obviously
trade out
less
my
superior bow
for light crossbow for short bow. Can I do that, please?
You both end up at the same shelf. There is exactly one book that details. Let me see if I can do this. The various implementations and constructions of varying forms of archery determined to be applicable in any form of warfare and hunting environment.
I go to grab it and then I stop and I was like, "You'll just rewind time and take it from me."
No, I will not rewind
Go
it.
ahead.
No, that you first.
By all means.
No, you first.
Good.
Phil's just in the back. I can't believe it's going this far, Tal'gor. I can't believe it's going this far.
I can't.
I am so pleased with this right here personally. This is just. Hopefully, this is
Team
not
crossbow.
But maybe that you can teach me at least how to use a short bow, and then just maybe, I can not upgrade to a crossbow.
Hey Phil.
How do you use the short bow?
Hey,
Take
Phil.
short bow. Throw it out the window.
Have a little
Buy a crossbow.
gem chip I could borrow just for a moment. Just a little.
Just gonna reach in and to the bag of holding and just pull out the gem dust and a couple of slivers of emerald. I thought emerald when I put my hand in, and this is what I have left.
Alright, I'm gonna take the biggest sliver you've got there. Pulls out a little strand of sinew, rigs up a finger bow, aims. The little gem chip ends up on your book. Didn't need a crossbow for that.
But the way you fired it sideways like that resembles the method a crossbow fires with.
Sideways firing.
I saw that you did this.
Isn't it that's how?
And I could do it with a bow too.
I'm just saying it's the same principle.
Are you saying that your fingers and some sinew is a bow?
It's not a crossbow. There's no wood involved.
It's not a bow
Not
either.
like that with a channel in it that's already cut.
That's a
I'm gonna argue
slingshot, my boy.
Erebos was
That's a
looking at the
slingshot.
cap.
Which is
Might have been
essentially a
involved.
hand bow.
You know there's only one way to settle this.
They got to
both
fire a
have to
longbow
each-
and crossbow.
somebody,
Do
no.
we have an archery
I was just
shooting
saying
range?
we
All right, hold on.
Trial by
We're going-
combat? Is that how we settle
Okay.
this? Punches.
So Phil is going to use prestidigitation.
Who can yell the loudest? Is that how I do this?
Is going to cause a big cavalcade of using prestidigitation of fire or just a sensory display of fireworks going off. All right, we have an academic question, all of you kids. The question: which is more useful, and which is more powerful, the longbow or the crossbow? Now, everyone in here is going to have an opinion, but I believe we must scientifically test this. So who will allow these two fine lads
to shoot them with the crossbow.
to shoot a target of their construction in here, and also so everybody's out of the way, because I'm pretty sure they're going to do it anyway, and I just don't want nobody getting hit by a stray shot.
Why don't we just use the
I
watermelon?
was just trying to read a book to see if they already figured it out.
It's too late now. We've already crossed the Rubicon.
I found the book.
It's happened.
The book's right here.
The book is the target.
That you know.
No. We are not paying for that. You know how expensive a book is?
You know how many people you'd be upset by
Anyway,
not hit it with a
students,
bow.
librarians, monks, the assholes that talked to us earlier. Lend us your attention while this goes down, and also, please help me make sure they don't destroy anything that we have to pay for later, because we do not have the money for it at the moment.
We have mending.
Yeah, but I'm not mending that many books.
Oh, Bond's gonna come running up and be like, watermelons? In the mess hall. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Just wanted to read a book.
Here's the deal. No matter what happens, we get watermelon out of this. We win.
Everybody,
It's true, right? With a little bit of salt?
you got this.
Tastes like the ocean with the
You
salt.
got
Or do you
this.
want to add sugar?
Salts.
All right.
I like the taste of the ocean.
All right, so we'll do this. We'll see how it goes. And then we can finally I'm always going to be Team Crossbow.
I am always going to be Team Longbow, even though that they
That's fine. I hear that the Dallas Cowboys still have fans too.
That the Dallas Cowboys are just a bunch of elemental
Longbow loving weenies. I understand. I agree.
And not sponsored.
That they are a bunch of that they are a bunch of citizens from just my understanding from the realm of pandemonium that just always think that they can always win just at their glorious cup, but do they never win? Because then that they know
If they're from
that they just play
pandemonium, then why
terrible.
are they called the Cowboys and not the Pandas?
Because then that the pandas are much cooler and much more
There
of
is
their
no
work.
panda. There should be a panda for.
I mean, to be fair, that all it is just like a bunch of just like halflings that just did not eat just that their wheat bread.
Best of 3 or best of 5?
I say
5.
5.
5.
5's a nice, solid number.
Be my guest. Shoot first, ask questions later, right?
No.
No?
No. We ask questions a lot.
Shoot the watermelon!
Okay. Guess I'm shooting watermelons now. Completely got peer
Phil,
pressured.
no tricks.
I completely got peer pressured.
Yeah.
Look around.
I wish I'd taken Bless for a
No
second.
tricks.
Just,
I don't actually have
tricks.
anything. I don't
Just
even.
o- just over here like,
hold on.
hey,
No, I don't even have
guys.
guidance. No, I got nothing to help you here. You're on your own.
100% got peer pressured into shooting watermelons with a crossbow.
I am choosing not to cheat.
Oh,
I have no abilities to cheat, so Phil's.
I have
I could
abilities, but I'm
totally
not.
cheat.
Like, everyone can cheat but me. The guy they're asking to shoot the watermelon with, like, I'm gonna miss. I feel it in my heart. I'm gonna miss, and it's just feel like, why
It'll
am
prove
I?
the longbow's superiority.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
It will not,
Yes, it
because
will.
I would miss with a longbow as well.
I mean, there is the problem we're going to run into when this is done. By the way, is skill level of the operant of the weapon users.
Huh.
Okay, now.
She'll shoot for me.
No, I wasn't trying to say you don't shoot, because that's still going to be the same problem. Are you proficient in a longbow? You're not training with it.
Proficient up in only light crossbow.
I can do the.
So, it's even then.
He's proficient with a crossbow, though. He knows how to use it.
I'll shoot for you if you want.
I think
You want to shoot?
I mean,
we should have one person.
He is bound to you.
We should have one person
That you
shooting
want to shoot.
both things that has no stake in the argument.
I'll do it.
That might be Tal'gor.
Oben! Where's Oben? Oben, get over here!
No, he's not trained.
And so he won't have an effect.
You know what? I didn't think of that.
If he's not trained, then we'll be truly testing longbow versus crossbow and not skill versus skill.
You know what? Yeah, let's do this. Oben!
Oben!
Hold on.
I was here in the crowd the whole time.
Get over here, you're shooting.
You're
Well,
our
alright, give me back my dice.
Your favorite. Your favorite.
We'll, I'm just gonna pull this down. Not make a mouse. So that
Quick,
it's,
read your notes!
what notes?
One note.
They're all in the book.
Foiled
They're all up
again.
here.
Foiled again,
No,
Gargamel.
that's the secret. I never take notes.
Oh no, I have notes.
Well,
They're
at least
just-
I got that out of the way.
After
One-
3 runs of this campaign up to this point, it's like I have it all in my head. So, okay.
I'd gotten all the way to the point of like, alright, well, I'm knocking the arrow, I'm shooting the. Wait, no, we're making somebody else do this.
All right.
Yes.
So,
Figured it out.
crossbow. Let's see. Oban doesn't have stats, so I guess it's just going to be flat D20 rolls. I don't have
Okay.
stats for him.
Flat D20
All right.
rolls.
So we'll run the crossbow first, and we'll say that the watermelon's AC is going to be what 13.
10. I mean, it's a watermelon.
It's a
It's got a
watermelon.
rind though, and it's round. So
I would
it's
say
like a,
I would say that it's.
It's like the same.
I would say
it's a human
distance.
skull.
You can do like distance, like one of them.
I'm good with this. I'm
One
good
of
with
them
this
would be with
statement.
10.
Wait, what?
That
I'm good with this statement. It's the same as like a human skull.
I mean, it's.
The
I'm
same
not talking
density,
about.
like the same density.
I'm not talking
That's how
about
people
like.
shoot 'em.
I mean, like the problem is we're not saying like the rind to stop. like the arrow from actually doing damage to the watermelon, because I'm pretty sure what I'm saying is it's
Fair
10.
enough.
It seems to me it'd be like a 10 to hit because it's a stationary melon.
Okay, fair
now if we throw the melon,
we're not throwing
oh,
melon.
no, I don't have catapult.
I have catapult, but I'm not using it.
So,
I can just catapult it.
So best of 5, going with the crossbow first, 10s to hit the melon.
Right.
That is a 1, a 6, and a 17.
Okay.
A 9 and a 10. 2 hits with the crossbow.
Cool.
Longbow. Now I'm using the same dice. Y'all see this?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 17. That's a 3. That's a 19. 2 more. That's an 11 and a 7. 3 with the longbow.
I mean,
And now, what was this supposed to prove?
That the longbow's better. Snatches the longbow back.
I'm just gonna go get watermelon now that it's cracked up a little.
exactly. I mean
Look, the second we said watermelon, I didn't care about the outcome anymore. Watermelon.
I grabbed
watermelon.
I grabbed my book on the crossbow, and I grabbed my crossbow back and was like, I just wanted to read a book.
And then I wanted
Watermelon?
to read it after you.
No,
You don't want any?
Yes.
I want to read.
I want
You can
watermelon.
have the watermelon while
I
you
would
read.
grab
Get
his
watermelon on the book. You know
I
how much
would
the
grab
books
his
cost.
piece.
Erebos, why don't you feed him the watermelon?
No, I'll get watermelon on the book.
That feels like crossing a boundary I shouldn't cross.
I didn't. Why is it gonna be awkward? You're just holding it up and he takes a nib.
Let's say takes a nip.
Don't say takes a nip.
That made it worse, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
That made it worse.
Yes. Fil'verl, it did make it worse. And it hurt me to finish up with the book so I can speed read it.
I tried to give it to you first. Now be patient.
I can be patient.
What is patience?
I told you to take it first. You said no. Now you gotta wait for me to get through reading.
That is fine. I can just play with just this new inkwell thing that just keeps going up and
You
down.
do that. You do that.
This went weird. I love it. Okay.
Phil is just sitting there.
Chomp chomp.
Yep.
Chomp chomp.
I
Eat that
mean,
watermelon. Eat that watermelon. Eat that watermelon.
We'll take a quick break. Get brains resituated from
Get
going
some watermelon.
chaotic. Get some watermelon, and we will return to finish out tonight's game.
Show is good.
We'll be right.
God.
Audio is back.
Oh no!
Video is back.
We all have jerky in our mouth.
Jerky is back.
Meat stuff.
Is 9:30 okay for y'all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What time is
It's
it?
still an hour
Okay.
and some change.
Alright. Anyway. Cool. So, hi again. We be back. We're just gonna kind of fast forward to dinner time at the monastery. It's actually chicken pot pie.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to eat that. I ate so much damn watermelon.
I take his chicken pot pie.
Fair enough.
Like I am just so full right now because I thought other people would be in on this with me, and everybody just left me, and I couldn't leave the melon to go bad.
Oh, Bon ate melon with you. The poor kid's sitting in the corner, got his gut hanging over his belt, like he ate way too much.
Yeah, I know. Right? It's like you would think it's not that filling because at first, the first couple bites, it's like it's gone, but it's like pancakes.
See, carrots, peas, and... Wait a minute. I remember that they said something about them not being able to get out to some supplies to the people at Stone Scar for food and stuff. Maybe then we can travel with some
Like
with just
eating
some
it
food.
like a sandwich. Just
Isn't that hot on your paws?
hide it.
Anyway,
He has a glove.
but I do think that
Is it a velvet glove?
No.
I do think that that we can also contact is loose. Okay, sorry about that. My glasses kind of got blurry, but we can try to we can also present some supplies to Stone Scar a bit.
If they have some to actually send back with us,
That's
That'd be
what I'm
fine.
saying.
that'd be fine to carry. Hold on. How much can Fancy carry?
About 100 pounds. I mean, she's a good sized goat.
Fancy,
She's just a goat.
you can carry 100 pounds? I'm assuming that's a yes.
I don't speak goat.
Scoot anything similar to Leonin, because I'm the only animalisk.
Well, I mean, Tal'gor.
Oh, and Tal'gor, yeah. Tal'gor.
Can I do speak with animals?
Tal'gor could communicate with animals.
You could.
Right.
We're gonna talk.
We're gonna say goat is not at all similar to cat.
I wouldn't expect it to be.
I wouldn't expect it either.
But
It is, however, similar to laughing hyena.
Oh my god, that'd be terrible.
Oh god, that is terrifying.
Just Fancy and the Gnolls that were fighting having a conversation. It's just that, no, you're not going to eat me. Oh, yes, I am.
you gotta communicate with animals.
Yeah.
By the way, Fancy's not in here with y'all.
Fancy's just that.
I'm gonna go to Fancy, but I'm gonna take his.
You're just double fisting pop pies.
Okay.
Or do you stack them?
Yeah, I do. I do a double tack.
Popeye
So it
sandwich.
is a
Hey,
double
KFC,
down.
there you go. That's your next item.
That's
Pot
KFC's
pie.
next item.
Chicken.
Pot pie, double stack sandwich.
The double
Pot
decker.
pie, fried chicken
That the
breast.
double
pot pie.
famous bowl. Please sponsor us, KFC.
Oh my goodness, that'd be amazing.
You're so desperate for sponsorships,
Pot pie
guys.
sandwich, I want that.
Look, KFC, I've already dated your boy Harlan in a dating sim. Throw a bone my way. Because Harlan didn't.
But make it a,
As I
make it a
saw
turkey
her.
leg bone though, because that's the best for stock. You said throw a bone. I was making it. Anyway,
Cooking jokes.
so you can head to the north doors and
right here. Okay.
and you can they're not barred now.
Can I bring Fancy closer, or
You can open the doors. Fancy's not there.
no? Yeah. I'm gonna look around.
Fancy.
I'm gonna look around for Fancy.
Investigation.
I'm about to say, investigation.
Investigation.
Grabbing our knives. Fancy's now a ghost.
19.
Natural 20.
You find Fancy.
You step back in and look up where you heard it. Fancy is peeking over the rim of the caldera.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna climb up there with her and just sit.
There's a force field.
Then how'd she get up there?
On the
On the
outside.
outside,
On the
she
outside.
climbed up. But she
Oh.
can't come down. There's a force field over the top of the...
Fancy.
Oh. So I'm gonna
No.
try.
Y'all haven't even been looking for her. Like, I'm just like, I'm waiting.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go around outside.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna go out there and
Yeah,
get her.
you can find the rock trail where she climbed up.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb up there. I'm gonna eat my pot pie before I climb. And I'm gonna climb up there and I'm just gonna pet Fancy.
Well, he's climbing. Fancy. Fancy, no. Fancy, that's a bad place to be.
And I'm gonna throw a rock
Fancy.
there and go shh. Shh. I'm
Does
gonna
the
do my
rock hit the
ritual.
force field, though?
Yes.
Tink. Both of them are up there.
Anyway, I'm gonna pet Fancy.
Shut the door.
And just communicate and see if she'd be okay with carrying her. How many supplies she'd be comfortable with. Now use it in simple goat terms.
Simple goat
Let's go.
That's goatist. Why is it gotta be simple goat terms? Why can't she be a
Alright, I
sophisticated goat?
use
She could be smart.
goat
She's been to a
trigonometry.
library.
Goat trigonometry.
yes.
How much can you carry without feeling like a broken down mule?
That's right.
All right. She'll say, about as twice what I carried up here.
Okay. I'm gonna lead Fancy down.
Okay.
Just like she's got, I'm assuming she's got little reins.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lead her down. I'm gonna bring her inside.
Where'd they go?
That
Carla coming back.
That's
I'll
fine.
open the door.
pot pie is so delicious. I never had one of these before.
They smell good. They look good.
I mean,
Still watermelon.
No, it's pie.
it is. Mine
No.
has.
This is watermelon.
Looks like
Mine
it has a whole watermelon under
Mine
it.
has
Sure.
beef in it.
No beef.
No
All chicken.
beef. Oh, all chicken.
What's wrong with your pot pie?
That's not how
Give
chicken's
me
supposed
that,
to look.
give me that.
That is shepherd's.
No.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did they? Oh, Bon.
Upon.
All right, he's not dead. They didn't shove him in a pie. They didn't, Mrs. Leviton.
Beautiful.
But I do wonder what is for dessert tonight.
Probably the banana pudding.
Stop. He's just obsessed with the banana pudding. It was good. But...
Yeah.
Oh, obsession.
Sweet tooth.
After you manage to get Fancy inside, where are you taking her?
I guess I'm gonna take her to our room.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let her wander around.
Just put her in Oban's room.
Quickly smuggle Fancy into our rooms.
Quickly smuggle a whole ass
which room we were in.
So...
No. I did. I am gonna put it in his bed though, like
midnight snack.
No, we need that.
I mean, that...
Do you see any other goats up here that are willing to haul everything down?
You've ever had goat? It's delicious.
So, while y'all were talking plot, Tal'gor, you managed to get Fancy there without too much issue. You come back. So, what else are we trying to figure out?
So do we want to get the mushrooms on the way?
The mushrooms that are in those.
That they are in the swamp past Stone Skull.
Okay, so then we'll just go to Stone Scar.
Yeah, we'll go
Make sure everybody's not dead.
Yeah, make sure they're not dead.
Yeah, that just basically we need to do.
It's 3 days.
Yeah, that we
have
do.
some time. Oh wait, there's that creepy mist in the mountains. Did you ask anybody about that?
No, we didn't. That I want to ask about that.
Oban!
Yeah.
No, he's full. He's filling it. Filling it.
I walk over to Oban.
Okay.
Oban. Still.
Yeah.
We got any books about the mist that was in the mountains? It's whispering to me and everything.
Vapor lynxes.
Oh, those are the cats they're talking to us about.
They like to play with their food.
We'll get more information than that.
Continue.
They
Tell you what. Does someone else know about this you can point at and they can tell me?
just points across at one of the gals who'd been on the council, one of the younger ones that didn't really get into a kerfuffle with y'all.
Yay, a non-kerfuffle.
Non-kerfuffle.
I'm gonna go to that lady and ask the same questions, so that you don't have to act out that I'm full for this.
Yeah. Yeah. The vapor lynxes, they're I mean they're a little bigger than your normal lynx, but they're not terribly large. They kind of just follow the fog, and they can kind of turn themselves into fog. So
Tricky.
Some mages use a spell like gaseous form that does the same thing.
Okay. Okay.
I've always laughed at gaseous form.
Loser.
Look, I normally have a gaseous form, and I'm not able to go through things.
I mean, they're really, they're not that dangerous, because if you're in a big group, they usually aren't that desperate. You know, they'll go hunt something else, but they do mimic voices, and they can be a little plucky.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Hey guys.
Yes.
Remember that weird fog?
Yes.
Hey?
It was cat people.
Cat people? You mean like a
you.
tabaxi?
Kind of vapor lynxes. Tabaxi. Smaller than me. More agile. Can turn themselves into vapor?
That sounds like what the
gaseous thing, yeah.
No, not that. That's what they told us about. Remember when we were asking about coming up here? And they said there was the goats, and also there's the cats that talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the cats that talk, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So that they can be dangerous. We should definitely continue having watch every night, obviously. But it's not just a strange fog. We should remember that.
So I knew that I wasn't crazy whenever I told y'all it was something magical.
Yeah. The gaseous, that is a spell that some people do, so it could be, magical.
Could it be just an innate ability too? Huh? Would that have the same magic effect?
I don't know how this thing works.
Can I do a investigation check about that?
Make it more of an Arcana check.
Okay.
since you're not actually being able to look
No,
at it.
it bounced away.
It's coming back. It came back.
Check.
I felt it bounce.
It came back.
It
Cat
bounced
comes
off the
back.
front of the TV stand.
Are those the bouncy dice?
Yes. That is a 13.
Cool.
You know, a lot of animals that are magical, they basically can do a thing that that humanoid magic users can do with a spell, but it's not exactly casting a spell. However, sometimes it does require energy, so maybe it can only do it a certain number of times. Who knows?
Well,
It could be one or the other.
Well, it just depends on the physiology and then just genetic makeup of this said vapor links. That that just how like that I can only do basically burning hands once a day. Maybe that it can only do gaseous form once a day.
Well, to me, it seems like they're going to be pretty hard to punch.
I mean,
But they can't hurt us.
whenever that you
That's
punch it,
not
you can just set it on fire.
That's true.
I tried setting it on fire and it didn't do anything.
Well, did you
Speaking of
did
that,
you
I
use
just kind of threw a thing.
did you throw a torch or did you actually like fire?
Threw a torch.
That might not have done it because that might not be magical fire.
What if we just didn't actually hit the damn thing?
Or that.
Or that, I mean, then that, all it did just kept on pestering us, but I think that I heard it say pretty kitty.
You
Or
didn't
else,
hear it say pretty kitty. I heard it say pretty kitty.
Maybe it's into you.
Maybe it was me. Maybe I said pretty kitty.
yes.
You did say pretty kitty, but it also said pretty kitty.
They mimic. She said that they mimic. I heard her. She said they copy voices. You okay?
Pretty
Sorry.
kitty.
It was the way you said mimic, and then he whispered pretty kitty, and it was like,
All of a sudden the chair starts moving.
mimics.
But,
It's a march of mimics right now.
I mean,
if anybody hasn't
that-
seen that on Twitter yet.
Have not.
well,
I don't Twitter.
I guess then that we should just ask for supplies and then just do some more reading. Well, I know that I certainly am before we go.
I'm gonna do some sleeping.
Hey, I think sleep.
And we're going to get enough supplies, or as much supplies as Fancy and we can carry.
About
If we
this
can.
about this point, a lot of the other folk who've been kind of getting dinner, they've kind of moved off to their own assorted pursuits, and a few younger individuals are kind of like helping with the cleanup and such. One of them will kind of stop by your table to pick up empty plates and bowls and cups and mugs and things, and will say, so you all are heading back to Stone Skull?
I think so.
Yes.
I'll bring out the keeper of plates. He can talk to you about what he can afford to send down with you. We don't have a cart or anything, but you've got packs.
We have a
carry
goat
things.
and we got ourselves.
That'll work.
Yeah.
And every little bit helps.
I was gonna flag down Cora, but I guess keep your
Elsewhere.
plates knows just as much. Yeah.
Elsewhere. Man, the bed's just destroyed already.
Blankets are chewed. There's pellets everywhere. It's awful.
No, Fancy would poop in one corner. We know that because its name is Fancy.
Great, we're gonna have to roll a d4 to see which bed she poops in.
Mine. He put her in my bed.
No, I tied her to his bed.
I thought you. Oh wait, did you full on tuck her in
Yeah.
though? Like,
Yeah.
did you do the? Did you bundle?
as you should, but also I'll just pick another bed. It's fine.
I was sleeping on the
There
floor
were like
anyway.
6 beds.
There were some extra beds. Anyway, it'll take about another 5-10 minutes, but eventually the mess hall's kind of gotten quiet. It's pretty much y'all. Oban has waddled off somewhere to sleep off the watermelon belly.
Sleep off watermelon. Sleep
That is gonna be a
Sleep
terrible,
watermelon.
terrible watermelon shit later. Just seeds.
Just light a candle.
One of the kitchen doors will open. Well, they're awful. One of the kitchen doors will open, and out will walk a person who looks exactly like every other Zraylan scholar you've seen in this place. There's really nothing different about him.
That's racist.
There's
No,
nothing
it's just
different
again
about him.
this. Her world was generated by Bethesda. There's like 5 NPC bodies and faces. Half the time, one of them's glitching though.
That's accurate.
We put all our assets into the heterochromia. Everyone's heterochromia.
And then everyone has the same Matthew.
But like
Mercer
this one
voice.
just walks out and it's just teeth And the eyes, and, the lines showing. You're like,
Yeah.
No, he basically he looks normal. There's nothing about him that says keeper of the plates.
till he pulls out the one massive plate.
So he walks.
He comes over to your table, grabs a seat. So, heading down to Stone Skull then.
Yeah, waiting on the keeper of the plates.
Yeah, that's me.
Where are the plates?
Well, they were all out here earlier. They're being washed now. They like their titles. Yannick is the keeper of the house. It's just they like titles.
I expected more plates.
Who's keeper of the stool then?
That'd be Cora.
That's gross.
Ooh.
Wow, that's the reason why she's so sour. She's the keeper of the stool.
Anyway, yeah. So I can send down.
If you're gonna have a keeper label, that's the worst one to have.
We're gonna be able to get you set up with a few different bags of things, couple of bushels of root veg and some flour, some dried meat. How'd y'all like the pie tonight? Was that good?
It was very good.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually everything in it was dehydrated.
Nice.
So yeah,
Jerky pie.
We'll send some of that back down.
Rehydrate the dehydrated things.
A few recipes, different proportions for how to rehydrate things. Yeah, we'll load you. How much can you all carry?
Oh, the goat can carry 100
Let's
pounds.
see.
Right.
Strength score.
The rest of us could probably carry slightly
About
more
a satchel or
divided 4 ways. Plus, we got back to holding.
But about a satchel or two or so.
Yeah.
Whatever you can spare, we'll find a way.
500-pound dehydrated goods.
Alright, that's
That'll work.
right.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
We got it.
Tal'gor over here just flexing.
Tal'gor just flexes.
Yeah.
That's when you see the muscles that weren't showing before ripple. Like he's got the side abs.
And when we're here, like, all right, well, Tal'gor's just volunteering to carry all of it. So
I heard you through one of my tables, though. I'd like it if you didn't do that again.
I'm just kidding.
We fixed it. Didn't we do mending on the table?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It's been a week.
I don't mend. You do the mend. I do the break.
We did not mend the table that was
I roar.
To be fair, y'all didn't exactly break the table.
Yeah, I was
just
thinking it was a
threw
pretty
it.
sturdy table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that table was pretty
This is mahogany.
sturdy.
Y'all threw the table, but you didn't break it. Anyway.
Hardwood.
So, alright, I'll have the bags and everything by the north door in the morning. So, have it done by dawn whenever you're gonna head out. Unless you're heading out tonight, would recommend it.
No.
We'll be heading out.
we won't make it that far if we go out at night unless we want to walk in.
Wise
Whisper
choice.
cats.
Wise choice. Alright. And just kind of gets up and meanders back into the kitchen.
Cool. You ready to go to sleep?
Yep.
Yeah.
We just get back. One bed is completely destroyed by a goat. Oh no! You'll have to share it bed with Erebos.
Gosh darn it.
I mean, we could, but we don't have to. Good God, what is that?
It's that?
Airplane? Or
Yeah.
your AC unit?
I hope that's not my AC unit.
Feels like pipes.
Oh, that's the water. Somebody might be taking a shower.
Yeah.
No, that's coming from outside, not my wall.
Okay.
That's airplane.
Okay.
Yeah, it's some kind of magical device. Anyway.
By the way, for the viewers at home,
We're all gonna die.
I live not far from an airport.
Yeah, that's a plane.
Okay.
That's
That's what happened, yeah. Damn.
It's loud.
Why haven't we heard that, like, in all the weeks we've been doing this?
Because it's
Like,
never been that loud.
Right, it
That sounded
never-
like a JADO assist takeoff.
Yeah.
It's still going, too. That is distracting.
That
Okay.
is. I mean, now in all fairness, Barksdale does do test flights from Shreveport to here and back, so that could be a personnel carrier that just took off.
True.
Yeah.
Because them some big boys.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Them thick planes.
All right. Yeah. So, y'all are in your room for the night. You don't have to run watch if you don't want to. Y'all know Erebos don't sleep.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So we get a good night's sleep.
Go to sleep.
All right. Sleepies. Everybody sleepies. Morning roll.
We spend all day with these people reading books.
Yep.
They don't. What are they gonna do? Paper cut me? Like we're fine.
You just wake up in between each of your feet.
Oh God, no!
Yes.
Or just underneath the tip
No.
of the fingernails.
No.
Shut it.
It feels so good. It feels so good. I'm just in heaven right now, just slightly bleeding on every bit.
In the morning, even there's no windows, there's no skylights or anything in here, but the gems on the walls will start to brighten automatically, and you'll all hear a.
I still don't like the light thing.
Is it a message?
View.
Oh, it's one of the
It's
little
the rat.
It's one of the
rat's
beasts.
back.
Yes.
We're
Yes,
up.
little one.
We're up.
We're up.
Climbs up the foot of your bed to perch on the post, since you acknowledged him, and is wearing essentially it's like a watch that somebody's put, like minusculed and put around his neck.
What time does it say?
6.
6 a.m.
Hey.
Okay. I get dressed.
Gets down and scurries back behind the dresser.
Thank you.
It's a little I don't know how the dwarves and the gnomes do this. This is disconcerting.
No, that you know what they always say, that you know that the early rock gets the human.
The early rock gets the what?
Gets the human.
It's the human.
That makes sense. No, I'm just saying, sleeping in a room with no windows to any light outside is just weird.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Could be weirder.
Oh yes, and then that.
We could be underwater.
And then that.
Oh, that would be even
And then that
weirder,
adds that
yeah.
Zhonya is just basically just like making up the bed, that she just pops the sheet, sleep clothes, she goes down, normal clothes. That y'all had said to work on privacy.
That was clever. I like that. That was clever. It's like. Whoop.
Anyway, morning ale.
Morning, ale.
Morning ale.
I'm gonna go take Fancy to the north door.
No morning ale.
Fancy, morning ale.
It's your last chance, Fancy.
Morning ale for the goat.
Don't let me down.
It's up to you.
I was asking. Everybody took the morning ale.
I don't know if she should.
If you only have one cup.
I have like one. He took the whole thing.
Okay. Go.
Like, I mean,
Pour some into his cup, pass it around. Take one down, pass it around.
I'll give it to Fancy. Let her get a leg. Coats don't have COVID.
I mean that.
Y'all know goats do all that crazy tongue shit.
Yeah.
oh, look at that. She can lick in her own ear. That's actually impressive.
Why do you think she's hanging out with Erebos?
What?
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 Huh?
Wait, what?
Huh?
What?
Alright, then that
All right,
the.
Let's go.
breakfast.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Fancy to. I'm assuming they've loaded up everything.
Yeah, at the front door.
And I'm gonna start loading up Fancy.
Yeah. She's still wearing like her pack harness situation.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean there's not actually everybody's kind of up and moving around, but breakfast is pretty much just like muffins today. Continental breakfast, guys.
Cool.
Let's grab a couple muffins and hit the road.
Morning with muffins. That's great. All right. Let's see if I remember correctly. A bag of holding, standard, regular one can hold about, I think, 50 pounds.
I thought it was more than 50.
I thought it was,
Hang on.
I thought it was always 50.
Rules as
I have,
written
And there's a
state.
cubic dimension.
I have always heard 500.
The bag can hold up to 500 pounds,
Okay, so-
not to exceed a volume of 64 cubic feet.
Okay. I have been shortchanging one of my players who has a vest full of bags of holding at this point now, and so this is about to get redonkulous for Cannon again. Because he literally has a vest that has pockets with bags of holding in
Oh
them.
my god. So what you're buying, what you're selling.
Oh god.
I like that. I like that idea. Just like
Oh
Now,
no, the best one is the dress with pockets.
64 cubic feet, though, is... So if that's 2 by 2... 2 by 4 would be 8. 8 by 8. 2 by 4 by 8. Table space to the floor. That's a lot.
Phil's gonna just start filling his bag of holding with bags of dried food.
Yeah,
same.
y'all will easily be able to
Yeah.
not overload fancy and still load up
between all of
everything
us, we're
they put
good to
out.
go.
Yeah. No.
So
no
we'll
issues.
each have 100 pounds in fancy oil.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just say that.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
So, Triss and Taya and Roland will walk up as y'all are kind of finishing up, loading up. And Triss, once again taking the lead, will say, so, if you all manage to do whatever it is you're up to, make it below the nest, come back up here. We should still be here. If we're not, something went really bad.
Bless you.
See, now you have to put that in our
Bless you,
heads.
Arten.
Thank you.
Well, just because the Luke Herons don't ever show up here doesn't mean they won't. But we've got as much protection layered around Zog as possible, so this is the safest place for him on the continent. So,
Right. Will y'all be safe?
Y'all be safe.
you all as well, don't let the Vapor Links get you.
We'll try.
We will try.
And, best of luck.
Best of luck.
Shakes hands all around.
Shake hand.
Her grip is really, really strong.
We're gonna go full Hercules handshake
Nice.
with the whole.
Nice.
That's when you find that there's secretly a dagger there. No.
Nope, just
There's-
really corded muscle.
Just there's no secrets about where my daggers are.
I was just making the joke because that's the whole reason you did the handshake like that.
Not some rogue.
All of a sudden, just now you're in
You
Assassin's
found my
Creed.
stiletto.
Shit.
A stiletto is a...
I know. I'm just saying it shot. I was just saying like I figure like the stiletto shot out and it's just like, oh,
Well, I mean,
I'm
okay,
stabbed.
if we're doing a this, then it would just grab like the elbow.
Yeah, it would just
Okay.
grab this little
The-
tendon right
Yeah.
It would suck.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
would suck. But,
But
we would-
also,
I'm sorry.
a stiletto won't do much because it's literally an ice pick.
here. Yeah.
My brain
But then we would-
went to
we
the
would just be stuck,
noise was
yeah.
like it got shot out like a dagger shooter.
Yeah, it's made to pierce armor.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So yeah, y'all can head out and get on the road in the early dawn gloaming. So what we're gonna do, since we're on a bit of time constraint tonight, we're gonna do the same thing we did kind of on the way up here. I will accept D100s as y'all kind of like we'll make it easy. Nothing's gonna happen to y'all as y'all are crossing the main part of the valley.
Okay, yellow going, so I will not.
I didn't know if we all needed to roll or what.
We'll take yours though, Nate, since you weren't here before.
21.
Yeah.
Okay. As you all
better than mine was.
as you all make it across the valley, the road is straight on this like ridge line leading from the mountain, and you're getting closer to the rest of the mountain range, and the road kind of starts disappearing and doing its whole winding its way through thing, hugging the mountainsides. So basically the road from here till Stone Scar is ledge, cliff going down, cliff going up. That's it. There is nothing else from here till Stone Scar. There's a few wide spots in the road that are pretty much pre-established campsites. That's it. And as you all are kind of, you're booking it. You're not running, but you're moving with a purpose. And you see clouds building overhead, and mist starts creeping from every crevice in the vicinity. It gets so thick almost before you can blink, that all you can really hear is your own feet under you, and all you can see is the person in front of you.
So let's walk hand on shoulder, so we know where everybody's at. Does Fancy have a bell?
I mean,
Fancy does have a bell. She also has like reins and ropes.
I figured.
She has a lead.
Fancy's probably the least likely to fall.
Also, most likely to get napped.
do any of us have a rope?
I would assume we have a rope.
Erebos pulls out a pretty black braided rope.
That's a nice color.
I know.
That is a special kind of rope.
Can we tie ourselves together?
I'm a little sus on the rope, Erebos, but okay. You want sus on your rope?
I mean, hemp rope is nice, but it's a pretty color now.
Yes, it is a very pretty color.
It's a pretty color.
You good at knots?
Yes.
Not really. I like being put in knots. So we tying ourselves together?
Yes.
Can we? Yes? Can we? You said yes. I'm tying you up. No. Very, very, very small bow or knot around waist, connected. Who's next? Fling.
Do we need to have like an order of the way we're going?
That's what we're doing.
So at the moment it seems like Zhonya's in front.
Mm-hmm.
How about?
Well, she is fire, so that will help us see.
I'll burn off some of the fog. I'll be after Arten.
I guess I'll be last.
Erebos will be last, I guess.
I'm right. I'm tied to her.
Oh, so Erebos is in the front.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Fancy just has the rope tied.
Who has Fancy? Someone in the middle.
Just tie Fancy off to the rope somewhere between us. Oh,
Erebos
Erebos has got
Fancy.
Fancy.
Okay.
My goat
Oh, that's right.
That's fine.
I didn't know. I forgot.
ties onto belt, like running with a dog. All right, so the mist is extraordinarily thick, with Zhonya kind of here toward the front, very thick, very, very thick. Multiple C's thick. With Zhonya kind of in the front.
That's just the sound of the rocks breaking above us.
We have a little more visibility. You can tell it's still daylight. It's probably a little bit toward mid-afternoon at this point. But this is a ridiculously thick fog, and the temperature is starting to drop. It was a brisk like 75. It's closing in on 60 now, and it's still seeming to be dropping. So as you're all progressing onward, I would like perception checks all around.
Okay. Zhonya had got a 16. Zorina got a... See, that's a natural 18. That she had got a 19.
Nice.
I got an 18.
Nice.
15.
Okay. Herbal's got shit. So, Zhonya and Tal'gor and Phil, you all are kind of spread along the line a little bit. And as everybody's kind of moving along and you're hearing, every so often there's scree and gravel and stuff shifting underfoot. But over that, you all start to hear very quiet whispers from above, from behind, and there are all some variation and even different voices, different tones and different timbres of voice, and there are all some variation of tasty treats, very pretty kitty, delicious.
Y'all hear that?
I don't hear anything. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Say what? What are we?
They're trying to taunt and whisper.
Yeah.
Piss off.
Make us. They can't see us to make us.
I'm gonna throw a rock towards the voice.
Come out so we can. And stop being little shits in the mist.
What'll be the fun of
Oh, actually, they're intelligent enough to respond. I thought they just mimicked.
that? Your rock clatters against the cave, against like the cliff wall.
Yeah. I can't see anybody.
Let's just keep on going. Just ignore their little fickle taunts.
But I'm gonna try to stay aware of what's going on around.
Saying,
Fair enough. Nothing's gonna happen as y'all continue on. There will be more taunts and jibes exchanged, but for brevity's sake, we're not gonna roleplay all that out. Y'all will make it to the essentially the rest area, the campsite, and the mist is still thick. But out here, where the road widens, it's not as cramped between the mountains, so there's a little bit less density. It's not enough to see much more than about 20 feet beyond you, but it's a little more than you had on the trail. So, I do believe y'all had specifically said you wanted to get enough wood and leave enough, so you don't have to gather wood. Good stuff.
We were smart.
The tents are still ready to go. Yeah.
That was nice of them not to mess with that.
It was smart of us to be like, hey,
Yeah.
we'll leave enough wood for future travelers. And then we are the future travelers. Man, we're smart.
Alright, so I just need a watch order, and we'll be good to go.
Dibs on done.
Always.
I'll go first.
Flavor!
I'll help Tal'gor since Tal'gor doesn't have dark vision.
I would do
For some
mid-watch.
reason.
Okay. Erebos is still up all night.
It's mist vision. Though. Like
You want me to just give you advantage?
We can.
Is it okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, thank God for that. That is a 18.
Alright, the mist really doesn't debate, even though y'all have got a fire and y'all are keeping it pretty well built up to try to keep the mist at bay. It really doesn't ease off as the sun falls and darkness truly closes in. It's pretty damn dark out here. And while you're paying enough attention and keeping your head on a swivel, the same voices almost sounds like 3 separate voices come from different places around the camp sporadically. Same jibes, same "we're gonna get you" kind of vibes, and it more just seems like it's a wear you down kind of strategy that these cats are. Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, but you're aware enough, and you punch back enough that the cats aren't really trying to do anything.
Every so often we'll just launch one Eldritch Blast randomly out. Not in the. I know where the mountain is to us.
Yeah.
Just randomly shooting it out over the cliff. out of boredom, just like, Tal'gor, you want to see something kind of cool? Gotcha. And shoot one from either fingertip out. Does it leave like a little hole in the mist for a second and then fill back in?
Yeah.
It's kind of neat, right? You don't seem in, I just got told I was spicy.
I don't have lips to smell, so.
Just trying to figure out if this is entertaining or no. All right.
And I say, watch this. And I'll pick up my dagger and I'll throw it over the cliff.
Wait.
Oh, darling, no.
We're going to have to get you another one of those because that's just... yeah, but now there's an empty spot and that's going to even bother me.
I'll get a stick and I'll put it in there.
No throwing stick. Just later on, we're fighting a dragon. The fuck was that?
I'm gonna take out my dagger. You're all out of daggers. I'm gonna take out my stick. I'm gonna stab it. Yeah.
Hopefully we're fighting a vampire.
The dragon. Why?
What do you take me for, a Cyclops?
Just know that the dragon's just sitting there doing that, like when you get like the eyelash of the eye, it's all watery. It's like the eyeballs twitching.
My contact-loving eyes. Oh
or
my god.
else that whenever that you got a contact that roll behind.
Yeah.
That's
Oh no. You take that curse back.
That is a curse.
All right. So yeah, y'all's watch. I won't say it's uneventful because there's shit happening, but nothing you didn't expect. So Zhonya, I believe that is you and Erebos.
And the dog.
And Zarina, yes.
Going to expand the use to re-roll one. Because that's even worse.
Oh no!
There's been one fight.
6,
One day
5.
when you're like, no, I get it.
Well,
I get it.
thankfully, Erebos is paying a little more attention. Zarina keeps like half barking, like the like she's not being loud enough to kind of wake everybody up, but she's.
Is it the chuff?
Yeah,
like the throat chuff.
Oh, just quiet down. I don't think it's anything going out around.
But the cats are still talking. They don't seem to need much sleep either. And but yeah, no, everything's good. Erebos has got a head on a swivel, so y'all are
There's
good.
actually 6 of them. They're just switching out shifts.
You don't know.
9.
But yeah,
There's 9 of them, and there's one.
So Phil.
Oh no, there's 9 lives.
Phil, assuming you ducked into a tent and made lamp time.
Yes.
Lamp time.
She's waiting there for you.
No.
She's got a few like they're almost like illusory gems, and she's like, I want to put these in your hair as a symbol of our friendship.
Oh, I'm down for this.
Lay down, baby. Starts braiding like, and they're staying like they shouldn't. They're gems. There's nothing to hold them in place, but they're staying like little balls of light threaded into your hair.
I'm glamorous as fuck. Yeah, this is good until I actually piss her off, guys, and then my hair is gonna look like garbage no matter what I do.
You will come out looking like young Einstein.
So
like,
key note. Don't piss her off.
Yeah, but we might have to go talk to somebody I was told not to talk to.
Don't. Just don't do the talking.
Yeah. These are things I'm thinking of. This is shit. No.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, the boyfriends. Wait, no, that's
Wow.
we're lying.
Anyway.
The cats are still mouthing off.
Fine. We haven't seen them or anything, have we?
Nope. Cool. It's all foggy.
What's your name?
You first.
What is your name?
Del.
Fuck you, Del.
Delicious.
From somewhere inside. Oh, that's a good burn.
If you are what you eat, then I am delicious.
Gross. Hey, Del. Know what I did last night?
Pretty kitty. Slept in a rock vault where we couldn't get at him.
I made that fire.
You made that tonight.
I fucked your mom by that fire.
My mom's dead.
Still fucked her.
We ate her.
That's... Okay, I don't like these cats. They're not even fun to mess with.
They just make everything uncomfortable.
We're hungry. All the deer are gone. And the lizards, too. You have a large lizard with you.
He bites back.
All the more fun.
If they attack us, I'm gonna make a shield out of them. Because that's like a feature I can.
Yeah, the lizard man, you get to craft shit.
Who wants to attack us now? want you to have a shield made out of cats.
Mist cat. Ooh.
Somewhere along this road, we'll eat you. Your bones will be left for the crows.
Very considerate of them to leave something for the other creatures in the forest. That is community minded.
You're very sweet to leave something for the crows.
It makes the crows fatter, and then they taste better too.
See, now they ruined it. There was
now it's all about you again. Fuck you.
They're cats!
Fuck you.
Have you not seen a lynx? They're like the pompadour of the cat family.
Wait. Erebos, I have an idea.
You have an idea?
I have an idea.
I have ideas too.
Where's the edge of the cliff?
About 60 feet that way.
Okay, we need something pushable, and put it beside the edge of the cliff.
So you can push it off?
And then they will push it off.
Are you sure?
Because they're cats too.
See,
I'm talking to an expert. Who am I to question this?
So first we need to build some.
We could get a piece of wood that's got a nice flat end, and we could stick that so it's like standing, like a pillar.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Digging around, finding one, the perfect log.
Okay.
You do it. You know you know exactly how far against the cliff we should put it. I'll make sure you don't fall.
Ready your arrow on whatever kind of bow you want.
You're so generous, darling.
Light it. And be ready.
Yes.
Place the log at the edge of the cliff. And we back up and we wait.
Now the fog is going to kind of close in, so we can't go all the way back to the fire. But
That's
so, I think they'll see us sitting here waiting to ambush them. Will it matter?
They'll be so tempted. They have to do it. I want to do it.
If they don't do it, I could shoot it off. Just to make it fun.
Okay.
Or you could just...
I'm going to let Erebos watch the trap, and then I'll be back to back with him, so to look the other direction with my weapon, and I was just okay. Just keep an eye out for them, and if we'll give it a few hours or an hour or so, and if they don't, then yes, go ahead, and we'll enjoy the satisfaction of you shooting it.
Oh, yeah, fun. And while sitting back to back, you feel Erebos' tail kind of twining around yours. You set this up. Nothing else.
I did set this up.
Nothing else. Just, it almost seems involuntary.
That's nice.
What? What?
Nothing.
No?
Nothing. It's okay.
Okay.
It's so cute. It's so cute. It's such a cute idea.
So roll perception then. You've set your trap. Let's see what happens.
You roll perception. You're watching the trap. I'm
watching
your back.
You're also watching
the trap.
camp. Yeah. Roll perception. They're like raptors. They don't come from the front.
22.
Okay. Nothing happens. Hours go by. The cats quiet down.
They sense the trap.
And nothing happens. Eventually, it's gotten pretty, it's a really damp, chilly night.
Okay.
You know, it's always coldest right before dawn. It got down to maybe 50. Really cold and damp and chilly. And, but dawn eventually starts to break, and you can feel that those first rays of sun are starting to burn off the fog before you even see it getting lighter.
They're not coming, are they?
I guess not.
Alright, shoot it. I'll turn around. Yes!
It lights up in flames and just
tumbles down. We start a forest fire, but it's fine.
There's no forest down there, just a river.
Well, then even better. That was awesome. We're doing this again tomorrow night.
I agree. We should totally do this.
Yes.
Y'all's date night is playing with logs.
We're having wood.
Giggity.
Alright, let's see here.
It's just escalating every time.
One of these days, this slow burn will pay off. Okay.
Just all of a sudden, all of us in our tents at one point.
I just...
Fucking... Oh, come on, guys. We can hear you.
Decided very early on, if it happened the first night, it would either have to continue to happen, or
it's
going to be really awkward for the rest of the campaign. And so, slow burn felt more appropriate.
Yeah. I agree with this.
This is fun. Anyway, we're fun. This is fun.
I have to say, in all the times I've introduced Erebos as a character, no one has ever yet been the love interest. So
no one has stooped him yet.
I mean, he's had dates with like other folk, but nobody in the party. So, in any case, yeah. So it's morning. Y'all can throw together a breakfast and get back on the road.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's go. Just give me 1 second. All right. We're just gonna kind of speed run this a little bit. Nothing happens all that day either. Y'all make it to the next waypoint. It wasn't foggy today. The weather's cleared up again.
They kept saying they were going to eat us eventually. Like, on this trip, they were going to eat us. Which makes me think they're going to try. There's something's going to happen on this trip.
They may, but they also... You might know this better. Cats get bored.
They seem more like they're going to go after easy targets.
Right.
Cats love to play with their food.
This is true.
Is that why we always see you like talking to it and poking it with a knife before you actually eat it?
Only when it's alive first.
You did make a puppet show out of the papa.
He did do that.
It was awesome, and you're welcome.
That was also a very large sandwich. I feel like that's a show.
He's just sitting there doing this with 2 pies and just grease and juice and just gravy, just blah 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 blah. Just.
Right. So are we? Are we doing the same watch order again?
Sure.
Yes.
All right.
Same thing. I'll just give him advantage.
All right. Let's go. Speed run this mess.
18.
Basically same thing. It's not foggy tonight, so it's actually really quiet. You're finding it hard to stay awake, but no big.
Every time start the drift off.
Yep. Yep. No big issues.
Okay.
Why are you finding it hard to stay awake?
Right.
You don't need
Zhonya.
sleep.
I got a trance, but I was
Much
thought I was
better.
getting sleepy.
She had got a 18. Serena got an 11.
Good enough. Nothing untoward. Somewhere in the night, you heard what sounded like an owl maybe cruising the canyon. It's just a really quiet night in the mountain. Mountains.
Mountains with a Z?
Mountains.
Multiple Z's.
Multiple Z's.
Oh God, they're electro mountains.
All right. Back in your lamp, I assume.
Yeah.
She's not quite as effervescent tonight. She still cuddles you while you fall asleep. Or trance off.
Wait. I want to say that I would have noticed the shiny pretty things in his hair.
Oh no, they weren't there.
They weren't there anymore?
They were illusory.
Lamp only.
Dang.
Oh, if y'all ever get to go into the lamp, just...
It's fun.
It's like... Everybody, there's wine coolers and techno music. No.
Who's in the back?
Oh God, no! This isn't the 90s.
I feel like
It's L coolers. Oh God.
It's the pillow trove. Like that's just how it is.
Imagine the circular bed you see in all of those.
Yeah.
It's a harem tent.
Yeah.
I am just
sit on
thinking
the
of like I
Watch
Dream
this.
a Genie.
Just start spinning.
I am just thinking of just like I Dream a Genie each
Also
time you go
that,
into the
yeah.
Doesn't
lamp.
that make you dizzy?
No, it's moving so slow.
Fair.
Anyway, yeah, date night. Like you come out of the tent.
Date night.
You come out of the tent. I already found the perfect log.
Sorry.
He's not stroking it, is he?
No, he's holding it.
That is a good log.
He's not that vulgar, guys. Like y'all are
Okay.
making him far
He's a
more
good
vulgar
log.
than he is. Put it on the edge.
Let's do this.
Do you want to watch it tonight? Maybe it was me watching it. Maybe they saw the boat.
No,
What if we both watch it? It's clear that we could sit all the way back at the fire and watch it.
let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Put it up, and go all the way back to the fire. Wait. Let's put 2 up.
One there, one there.
Yes.
Yes.
More temptation, more likelihood.
Yes. But it's also not foggy. What if they only like to come out when it's foggy?
Well, then we'll just get to shoot 2 off.
This is fair. This is fair. Or we could just bop them off. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's not just cats that like to do it. I might like to do it.
It is so much fun.
We should see if it's fun for me too.
Okay.
We should.
I think a lot of things I like will be fun for you.
Oh yeah?
And we'll put the logs. I like cliffhangers. We'll put these logs down by the cliff. That's what I'm talking about. These logs are the cliffhanger.
That actually would be a great place to end right there as he set up the cliffhanger.
Wait. It's...
We get a
We got a few minutes.
Let this play.
Yeah.
It was a really nice line, but we got a few minutes. Oh, goodness. So yeah, we set up the logs.
Yep.
We go back to the fire
Yep.
area, and we're sitting there.
Yep.
I'm knocking my crossbow, and you knock your bow.
Mm-hmm.
Bow.
Bo.
Belbo.
Tybo.
Cowbo?
Okay.
This entire... I love this table. Okay. Perceptions.
Perceptions. I got like a 6. I ain't see shit.
23. So...
You saw everything.
We're good. We're good. Unless you distract me too much.
Apparently I'm the one being distracted.
Apparently.
Apparently.
I don't think they're going to be out tonight.
No.
It's not foggy, they don't like it. Haven't heard them all day either.
Are the stars out?
There's quite a few clouds, like
Actual cloud.
behind the mountain that we're leaning against, like up in the north. Definitely looks like storm clouds, but they're a ways off still.
At least the stars are out.
I feel like maybe we shouldn't be looking at them though.
No.
Because what if that's prying into their affairs? Now that we know that they have feelings.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Chance don't
Wait,
have feelings.
do the stars watch us? Or do we watch the... Who's looking at who? Are they looking at us every night?
What if we're both looking at each other?
But we never knew.
What if we really do exist on different planes? What if there's literally no crossover? Until they fall. Or until we arise. It seems like it's getting philosophical again. Sorry.
No, I'm right there with you, and I don't know any of these answers.
Should we know the answers? I feel like we shouldn't.
Why, I bet they're in those books we just left.
Well, I mean, you had planned to go back anyways.
Yeah, we're gonna have to... When we go back, we're gonna have to read more about stars.
I suppose so.
Because this is just trippy.
Or ask the star. Or ask the star.
Ask him, do you watch us at night? Yeah, y'all do weird shit under us.
Y'all weird, yo.
We try not to.
But y'all weird. What y'all be doing down there on Earth?
Yeah, y'all be fucking out in the open and shit. It's ridiculous.
We want none of that.
It's almost like every time I walk out my front, they're making porn again.
We are a good celestial body with wholesome values up here.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
This party. I love it.
Alright, yeah, no,
the rest of the night goes by entirely uneventfully.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
More random philosophical small talk interspersed with very awkward silencio moments. You want some blueberries? I got blueberries.
Sure. Eat some blueberries.
Just wish we had a bard that was overhearing this slowly starts playing music.
That's the thing. Erebos is the bard, but he's not going to play his own seduction music. That's just cheating.
We just need to get him some lo-fi.
All right.
All right, well, let's go knock the logs off.
Yes! Runs over there. I think I hit it too far. Oh, there it goes. Clunk, clunk,
And
clunk.
as he turns to me, and I'm doing the.
Is it better if you tippy tap it?
Just what?
And
Nope.
That is better. Oh, I hit it too hard. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night.
So.
This is adorable.
yes.
Wholesome.
I have an idea for tomorrow night.
What?
If we have enough logs, we can build something.
Like a sandcastle but made of wood?
Yes!
Have you ever been to the beach?
No! Well,
we should.
yes, but no.
We should do a beach day. We can build a sandcastle. We can build enough sandcastle
I've
to
been
make a
to
whole
a beach,
city.
but there was no fun at that beach. Which kind of like...
You didn't go with me! That's why.
Well, yeah, I didn't go with you. I didn't know you.
Exactly. We should go to the beach.
Beach episode confirmed.
Beach episode confirmed.
We're on an island continent. There's going to be a beach episode at least once.
We all
guys.
just show up in our outfits because it's that one weekend we can leave the office and go to the beach.
It's literally going to be that episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender where they just go to the beach and have fun.
Why not? Why ever loving not? All right. Thank
We're
y'all
going to play volleyball.
Thank y'all for watching. I know this episode was a little bit more mellow and laid back, and not a lot of things happening. But we'll be getting some action over the next couple episodes. So.
Yeah, Arten will.
I should hope so.
I hope so.
Arten deserves some action.
You'll get to hit things.
Dare we say? Pound things.
We are just all.
I wasn't going exactly with it. I was literally thinking the fighter wants to fight.
Also,
I mean that there is fighting. It's just gonna end up a matter of who it's on top.
yes.
What did he say?
I said there'll be a sword fight.
No, I didn't hear what he said.
No, it'll just be fighting on all. It's just a matter of who is going to be on top or not.
Yeah, as I was about to say, everybody keeps talking about how I'm going to be the one pounding. I was like, we haven't decided that part at all. Like, it was just...
There will be reveals of who is the switch and who is not. Anyway, will there? Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe
Tune in next time to Tears of Kairos.
Arten Fox edition. Wait.
Wait, what?
That's exactly the tagline. Arten Fox says, wait, what?
Oh, sorry. It's been a day. All right.
It has.
So yeah, y'all have fun at least.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We got a round table this Sunday. We will be playing, I think, Stone the Crows.
Yes, I think that's what you said.
Stone the Crows. Some of the games are going to be more interchangeable in the days because we got some filler games because Zeta is taking some much-needed R&R and personal time. So Into the Woods, Ties That Bind will be on a brief hiatus.
Small hiatus.
So we'll be playing a bunch of Grant Howitt games, which I love because I ain't got to plan anything. They're going to wreck it anyway. It's chaos.
We have proved this.
So we'll have that Sunday. We will have Lost Seas Monday because this last Monday got all sorts of messed up by Lundy Graw and the Lafayette crew being like all about that life in South Louisiana. Then we'll be back with Tears of Kairos next week, and we will continue on our normal schedule like that for the time being. Our socials are YouTube and Facebook are Team Bonus Action. Twitter is at bonus_team. Did it only with one stutter this time. We have a link tree, whatever the fudge that is.
That just links all the socials
it's just
together.
an anthology linking system.
fine.
I like it when he says whatever the F that is. Come on.
I'm an old man. I'm a Luddite. Come on.
Oh man.
Oh man!
Get off my lawn.
In my day,
Anyway, you can find us on the line in many places.
If you see the Hydra, it's us. And since Knox is not here, don't let your meat loaf.
Good night. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.